Yo, 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 yo. What's up, everybody, everybody? Whoop, whoop. Let's go. Good evening. What's up, everybody? What you doing? All right. We're going to do science-y stuff. Yeah. What's up, Trader? Are you ready for some science-y stuff?
I did see Oppenheimer today, so yes.
Oh, you did?
Excellent movie.
I do want to see it. It looks great. I'm not usually into those like history war movies, but I feel like this one is different.
It is. And it makes you... I walked out of there and I was like, I don't know how to feel about what I just saw and what the current state of our planet is. So yeah, it's a thinker, but it's a good movie.
I like it. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Ow!
Scribbler, that's why you're here with us. Don't go to the birthday party. Stay here and jam with us.
Yeah, I'll go to a birthday party. Unless, I mean, it might be a cool birthday party. It could be kind of an awesome birthday party, maybe. Possibly.
Nothing's ever as awesome as us. Come on now.
That is true. She speaks the truth. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in to you one and all. Appreciate you guys all being here, man. Golly, it is crazy. We got Retro Hunter hanging out. Garrick Stradalorian Tremius. Good evening to you. Mamba Mentality is hanging out. Contra with the 6-month resub. Thank you so very much at Tier 1. That's looking good. Joker, that's a very intimate question. Joker asking me how much I spent on 7 of 9 today, Trader. I will tell you.
Yeah.
I will tell you. Just give me a minute. Let me get through my thank yous. Andy McAnnie Face, good evening to you. T Brown, thank you for your 16-month resub at Tier 1. Appreciate you very much. Lord Iscarin. Yo. Daverick, hello. Good evening to you. Eyebrow. USS Contradiction is here. And thank you for your 13-month resub. Appreciate that very much. Joker says your op's 53, right? Well, I'm 54 now. I'm 54 now. Yeah, Amber says I am also broke, but I unlocked 7 of 9 today too. Blew all my
big right there.
Material.
That's impressively large.
What yeah. Oof. Man, it was it's crazy. Let's say hello to a few more. Paulo, I changed my name. Right there for you. There you go. Thank you very much for that. Amber Latera already asking for the hat change. What do you want? What do you want, Amber, for the hat change? Dr. Juby, thank you for the 16-month resub at Tier 1. Birthday party. Hey, T Brown. Juby says birthday parties don't last forever. Twitch streams do. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, Trader. I don't know. It might be, I think he might be taking a dig at how much I like to talk. Speaking of...
Who would possibly do that?
Trader.
What? What?
Okay, she wants the Fu Manchu. Let me do that real quick. Where do we have that? You want War Dog Kitty? You want the old Fu Manchu? There's War Dog Kitty. Or I can go in and tweak it around a little bit. T Brown says I support you streaming 6 hours tonight. I don't think I can do that. I'll explain coming up here in a minute. Dr. Juby, thank you for your resub. Trader dropping 10 community gift subs into the chat. Thank you so much. Golly, that is crazy, and that jumps us all the way up to a level 5 already. 3 minutes on the clock, 10% through. Captain Janeway, welcome to the litter box. Captain Janeway has followed the channel, Trader.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. The Trader also dropping 5,000 kitty bitties, which Man, Trader, these people don't know how good you are to them. These people do not know how good you are to them. Because Trader just ordered up 2 battle passes for you guys. 2 battle passes and 2 more prize closets. All right, that's what she just did. Oh, Soonergrad, thank you for your 14-month resub at Tier 1. Appreciate that. And ladies and gentlemen, the Revdusians have arrived. What's up, Raiders? What you doing? Yo. Hey, I just want to do a real quick shout out. It's a Rev raid, everybody. Thank you guys all for being here. I was watching Rev a little bit earlier this evening, Trader, and I feel like I am being personally motivated to join him in his call. Thank you very much to Carissa. Appreciate you for your 1,000 bits. Benny Hill with 5 kitty bitties. Freelancer with another 100 kitty bitties. Thank you guys so very much. I, Trader, am feeling very united with my friend, the Rev Deuce, in calling for KFC to bring back the double down. Okay? It is. Do you remember that sandwich?
No.
Oh, man.
I haven't been to a KFC in probably 20 years.
Well, they're not going to sponsor the show with you talking like that.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, the double down, man. So good. Meanwhile, here's what I had to do. Tonight, Jules. I had to kind of like make my own double down. It wasn't. I think this discussion is actually what started the very unhealthy conversation about food on Rev's channel. Because, Trader, I sent Rev a message as well about what I was making for dinner, which I told you about what I was making for dinner. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the waffle edition of UltimatDJz Double Down. All right? Yeah, those are 2 waffles. Basically, the way I described it to Trader is that is a peanut butter and butter sandwich with waffles. Yeah, I might be cheating on my keto diet just ever so slightly with that right there. Just a super teeny tiny little bit. Teeny tiny little bit. All right. Yes, Mimi. That's what I said. This is classic bachelor dieting right here. Trader, I don't feel like cooking for myself. I don't feel like cooking for me.
I don't blame you.
I don't feel like cooking for me all by myself.
I have company, so my company and I went out to get pizza.
Oh, there you go.
Mine without pineapple, his with pineapple.
Thank you. Nuts and Chocolate says peanut butter and butter is so good. I thought I was the only one. You would have thought I was the only one because Rev's community was giving me down the road on this thing, man. And Trader, they were making fun of my Eggos.
There's nothing wrong with a nice day.
Lego my
Eggo
Eggo.
waffle.
Listen, those things were ready in like 60 seconds. Okay? Y'all, it was this. It was either this or I spend an hour inside trying to prepare myself something healthy and good to eat, and then I don't stream. All right? Instead, Trader says, yeah, go make a waffle sandwich. We'll see you in 5. I'm like, okay.
Hey, DJs, when I am eating by myself, it is not abnormal for me to eat like a couple pieces of salami and some goldfish crackers for dinner.
Yep, there you go.
It's how it goes.
Divine, salad would be fine. All right, salad would be fine, except I didn't have salad stuff. I buy my produce fresh. So if I buy produce, it only stays good like 2 or 3 days. And I haven't been to the grocery store in 2 or 3 days because it's been me. It's just me. So, like I ain't trying to make a big mess in the kitchen when it's just me, man. I ain't doing it. So let's see what we got here. Queen of the Storm, thank you very much. Appreciate you joining the litter box. Appreciate it. Maverick, thank you for your 8-month resub at Tier 1. Mac Dad of Chris has asked for a random thought. I'll give you one of those here in just a second. Captain Janeway has asked for an avatar and frame change. So what do you have in mind there, Captain Janeway? What do you want? Speak it up in the chat. Trader will hopefully catch it, and we'll put that up. Spider Monkey and Craig Hermes, thank you for following the Litterbox channel. Appreciate you. Thanks for the follows. And, guys, obviously, thank you so very, very much for the hype train. That was incredible. Thank you for kicking the night off right. All right, that's what we got going on here. No. I am not zero. I am not zero. Look, I'm in motion. I'm in motion. You can't kill me. Don't do it, Wardon. Wardon's tried to kill my zero miners. But they're not zero now, are they? Now they're not zero. They're not over cargo either. Ooh, that was close, though.
And Captain Janeway says that they'll let you pick.
Oh, good. Good. All right, let's see. Let's see what we want tonight. I think I am going to go with Jerry Ryan because I am celebrating tonight, and we're going to give her the fire background because she's hot. How's that?
She is. That's true.
She's gorgeous. Yo, what's up, Funny Taquito? Thank you for following the channel. Welcome in to the Litterbox. My name is UltimatDJz. I stream Star Trek Fleet Command and a variety of other assorted random games. All right. One of Data, thank you. Oh, dude, thank you for your sub with Prime. I appreciate that very much. Hello, I hope your night is well. I feel like I shouldn't have said that in that kind of order, but
that was a little strange.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. Who was it that asked for the random thought? I've got one. Because, Trader, I found myself embarrassed today. Because someone asked me, someone was just talking to me, and I was talking to them a little bit about, like my free time, which I don't have a lot of. And then I realized that aside from, like, playing video games or streaming for you guys, it was kind of like you and I were talking the other night when we were trying to, figure out, why I don't have pictures of myself or, what I like to go out and do because, I don't like to leave my mountain because I don't like people and things like that.
I don't blame you. I don't either.
I did a little bit of thinking about that, Trader. And
yeah,
I guess you don't actually realize maybe how boring your life is until someone asks what you like to do for fun. Because I came up with nothing. I had nothing. Nothing. I couldn't come up with anything other than I dress up like a cat and I play video games on the computer. That's all I got, folks. Annie, thank you for your hydrate. Appreciate that very much. That's all I got.
See, here's the thing, DJs. The older we get, the more we appreciate that when we're not actually working, right? We're not actually earning money, that we need to be resting and we need to be preparing for the next round of crap we have to deal with.
Yes. I need moments to recover.
Yes.
I like sitting on my mountain. That's all I want to do.
I don't blame you.
I know. It's like everybody should want their own mountain. I love my mountain. Jaws, thank you for your 14-month resub at Tier 1. Appreciate that very much. Trader, looking over here at the stats. We are looking mighty fine for it to be the 12th.
We are.
Looking
exactly.
really, really good. Guys, just in case, while we've got a bunch of Raiders, let me just remind you guys real quick that we've got our sub goal over here. We did, in fact, hit our goal in July. And it looks like we're well on our way to hitting our goal in August. You know what? The counter looks like it's cut off a little bit. Is it cut off? I'll move it over. Move it over a little. There we go. Does that look better? Can you see the full 3 now? There we go. All right. Anyway, so we're well on our way of hitting this thing for August. And if we do, Trader, then that means we only have 1 month to go in September. And if we do, we are giving away $2,000 in Star Trek Fleet Command packs in the month of October. It's an absolutely massive promotional giveaway. Probably the biggest we've ever done. All right. Benny Hill says, how does it work for people who did 3-month subs? Very simply. Okay, Benny Hill, if you did the 3-month sub in July on that 30-day anniversary, so let's say you did it on like July 15th, right? Then on August 15th, it's going to automatically enter you for August because you did 3 months all at once. So it's going to automatically do it for August. And then it'll automatically do it for September because you signed up for 3 months. So it'll happen all by itself. You don't have to do a daggone thing. Anybody else, if they want to join in, all they got to do is sub to our channel using a tier 1 recurring sub or higher. Unfortunately for this contest, Twitch is not counting the Amazon Prime subs, but that's okay, Trader, because thanks to a few members of our community, we actually did in fact develop a no purchase necessary opportunity for players to win. But literally the same thing that like the cereal boxes do. You guys can send a postcard to a P.O. box, and it'll automatically enter you in the contest as well. The official rules and the address and everything are on our Discord. Just go into the contest rules room and find the one for the Twitch Partner Plus giveaway, and you'll find the P.O. box where you can send your postcard. No purchase is necessary, Trader. Eligible to players in there was like a list of like 50 some countries. It's not there is 1 or 2 countries that it's probably not going to work in, but nonetheless.
Sadly, not everybody can live in a really awesome place.
Yeah. So yes, Lassler, if you would like to find those rules, just type !Discord in the Twitch chat. It'll give you a link on over to my Discord server. Follow that link, and you'll find all kinds of crazy stuff. A lot of it about Star Trek Fleet Command, and others just weird and wacky things that we like to do over there, including a bunch of contests, games, and memes that we like to share, thingies like that. All right, so yeah, there you go. Just like that, Texas Rogue. Thank you very much. All right. Captain Janeway says, I was about to sub when Trader kindly gifted me one. Does that still count? So actually it won't, but that's okay. Listen, here's what I would recommend to you if you do have a gifted sub. Hang out. Wait till towards the end of the month. That way you use as much of your gifted sub as possible. And then on like the 29th or the 30th, you can actually turn off the gift and then actually you do your own sub, because a gifted sub won't count. But I wouldn't say don't cancel it now, right? Use the month that Trader just gave you one, that she just gave you. So at the very end of the month, if you do want to make sure that you're entered for the month of August, then make sure that you do your tier 1 sub in the month of August, and you'll be good to go there. Nira says, I made it a legal contest in Canada. Is that with the P.O. Box thing? I'm pretty sure there were a lot of countries that actually required that. I don't remember who told me. I think it was Berlin. Wasn't it, Trader? Berlin Wall was like, hey, man. I think you need to get a P.O. Box. So we did that, and we're good. So, yeah, Nora says it was Berlin, and we're good. We got the P.O. Box. You can send in a postcard, and you're automatically entered. People are asking if they're entered. Actually, I forgot about that, Trader. Didn't I say I was going to post a list? I did, didn't I?
That I don't remember.
I think. Let me see if I can. I think I have it. I just never posted it. Let me see if I can find it. I'll just open it up here on Twitch. That's probably a terrible idea, but we'll do it. Let's see. I know I downloaded it because I had to. But I don't remember where I put it. Oh, maybe in the contest room? No, that's not it. I definitely downloaded it.
Definitely, huh?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. That's the patron list, so I found that. What the heck did I do with it? All right, just hold on. Maybe if I open my Microsoft Excel, I'll find it. Let's see. There it is, right there, subscriber list. See, I knew I downloaded it. All right. Now I wonder why I didn't actually move that into the right folder. Okay. So guys, yeah, sure. You want to work on this? We can work on this for a little bit, Trader. This would let everybody kind of rest and relax easily. All right, so here's the list. So let me blow it up here. So here's how we got to do this. All right, first of all, we're going to sort this top row. By the way, this is the list for July. Okay, this is the list for July. This is everybody who was subbed to the channel in the month of July as of July 31st, 11:59 p.m. So let's throw a filter line up there. And the first thing we have to do, Trader, is for Twitch, unfortunately, we have to go over here to the subtype because they're not counting the gifts or the primes. So actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to select the gifts and the primes because we actually got to take those out. All right, so here are the gifts and the primes for the month. And I'm sorry, that's by the way, that's why we did the PO box, because all these people can enter in. Or if you got a gift, you can cancel it and sub and all that stuff. You could do all those things. Okay, wow, there's a lot of these. Okay, so we're gonna delete those. Okay, now we'll come back, and that means, Trader, that everybody left on the list is entered into our contest. Now, what we also have to do, Trader, is we've got to double up. We've got to give the tier 1s their 1 entry. Actually, what was it? What did we decide to do? Tier 1s got 2. Tier 2s got 3, and then tier 3's got 5 because the mail-in entries get 1. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to filter out all the tier 1s, and we're going to copy and paste them. They get duplicated, all right, because they get 2 entries. They get 2 odds, or two entries, okay? Yeah, 2 odds, double odds. Okay, boom. Okay, there they go. They got double, Trader. So there we go. Now, let's go all the way back up to the tippity top. We're going to now filter out our tier 2s. There we go. Looks like we only had 6 of those, but Trader, guess what? They get 3 entries, right? Is that what we just said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now we're going to find our tier 3s. Just me. I'm the only one. That's not right. We had tier 3s last month, didn't we?
Yes.
I could have swore we did.
We did.
So, what's wrong? Did I do something wrong? How did I... No, I know that we have tier 3s. So, why aren't they showing up? I know we had tier 3s.
Yeah, there were a couple of them. Now I can't...
Yeah,
now,
there
of course,
were.
I can't remember names.
No, I definitely know that there were some. All right, so that means I've got a problem with the data here.
Yay, bugs!
Yay, bugs! All right, you know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something different. Hey, the good news is, Garrick, I've still got the original source file, so we're good to go back to that. Will Riker Gamer, thanks for following the channel. Outeron 314, welcome into the litter box. Appreciate you. Thanks for the follow. Maximum Hunter Dude, thank you for your 4-month resub at tier 1. Mikey Joe, thanks for following the channel. Heavy D, thank you for your tier 1 sub. Pallium, happy Sunday to you. Thank you for your 14-month resub. Appreciate that very much. Frustrated Borg, thank you for your 13-month resub. Yo. All right, now, Trader, let's figure out what I did wrong here. I'm going to come over here, and I'm just going to start from scratch. I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to go in, analytics, and I'm going to download the list fresh, like starting over. Yeah, see, this says, Trader, that we had 6 Tier 3 subs last month. So why didn't they show up on the list? Download
That
list.
I can't answer.
All right, we're going to check it again, because maybe I just did something wrong. So we're going to close this list. I'm going to close this one. Don't save anything. Nope. Okay. And we're going to take this one. I'm going to put it right here. So this is the July 2023 Twitch Plus sub list. All right. All right, Trader. Let's open it up. This is straight from the download. Here we go. Now, so maybe let's look at this data. Let me add the filter to the top, and let's see if we can find. Okay, now they're showing up. Weird. Weird, man. Weird. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. Maybe it was because I dragged and dropped, and there was in between lines. Is that possible? So let's sort them then. Let's first sort by like that. All right. That way we're not going in between lines. So we just got to delete all the GIFs. And then we'll delete the recurring. No, wait. No, not the recurring. There, the primes. Got to delete the primes. There we go. Now, Trader, that should mean that everything that's left is recurring. Good. It is. All right. And let's see if we still have our Tier 3s. There we do. Very good. Let's check our Tier 2s. And the website said we had 9 Tier 2s. And we do. And the website said that we had I can't see the number of Tier 1s because it's not broken down between paid and gifted. So let's just see how many we did have, Trader. That's a lot. 384. That's beautiful. 384 people plus 9 plus 6. So what is that? 399 people entered the contest. Nice. I like it. Okay, now let's fix everybody up with their duplicate entries. All right, so we're gonna sort the tier alphabetically, and then we're gonna come down, Trader, and we're gonna take all the Tier 1s and we're gonna copy them so they get 2 entries, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, right there, all the way down. Boom. Copy and paste. Now we're gonna take the Tier 2s and they get 3 entries. Is that right? Okay, copy.
Yeah,
Copy. Paste, and then they get another paste. Now we're going to go all the way back up. What were the Tier 3s supposed to get? Y'all help me remember. I thought they got a bonus of like an extra. So like it was 2, 3, and then 5. Was it only 2, 3, and 4? Because I thought I was giving them like an extra bonus. But I don't remember, Trader. There it is. Okay. So what did the Tier 3s get? How many entries
Hold on.
did the Tier 3s
I'm
get?
looking at I'm gonna look in Discord because of course I am.
Everybody does say 5. And I don't remember.
We
So
wrote
there
it
would
down.
be 2,
So I'm going
3.
to look.
There's 4, and if we need to give him 5, we would give him 1 more right there.
Okay,
Now,
so no. So tier 1 is a 2-time entry bonus. Tier 2 is 3 times. Tier 3 is 4 times.
oh, only 4 times. Okay, so undo the last copy. Now, don't panic about the false people, Paulo. False just means they weren't a founder. Not a big deal. That just means they found us after our first month. It's all good. It's all good. They found us after our first month. So that column doesn't even count. We don't even need that column. All right. So now, Trader, let's let people see if they're on the list. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to alphabetize the usernames, and we'll just slowly scroll through. That way you guys can verify that you were entered, and this is just for July. All right, so there we go. I'm just gonna do this. We'll just do this for about 4 or 5 minutes, Trader, and if you guys see your name, then you're entered. And if you don't see your name, then you aren't entered. We're only down to the B's, Trader. Feel like this is going to take a couple of minutes. Hey, how are you today? What did you eat for dinner? What did you eat for dinner today? Pizza. What did you put on your pizza? Pineapple?
No, because pineapple is disgusting.
That's terribly gross.
I had, so it's called a carnivore pizza. It's pepperoni,
Meat lovers.
Canadian bacon, hamburger, and sausage.
That
was delicious.
Dude, I love hamburger on a pizza. I really
Me too.
do. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Cheeseburger pizza is the bomb.
Ew, pineapple is not the best. Cheeseburger pizza is delicious, though. It is good. Oh, my God. We're only down to the H's. I love it. I love that the list is this big. And by the way, this is just the July list. This is just the July list. So we'll do it again in August. That way everybody can see. But this way you have, if you were entered appropriately.
Okay, so anything is better than hospital food. So that's not saying much.
Ooh. Maybe I should melt faces while we're doing this. 'Cause we're not even halfway through the alphabet yet.
You should.
Let's melt faces. I mean, after all, it's a spectacular list. Look at this list. These are the people who want their opportunity at winning 2,000. Actually, 1,000. It's 1,000, right? The most any one person could win is 1,000.
Yes.
But we've got $2,000 worth of Star Trek Fleet Command packs that we're going to be giving away in less than 90 days. Less than 90 days. Jules, I love it. All spreadsheets deserve face melting. All right. Almost there. We're in the S's. We're in the S's.
You can take me off of it, DJ.
Did you say to take Wardon off there? Okay, I can do that. No problem. There we go. There's the list, everybody. There's the list. So if anybody did not see their name, if anybody's missing, then you'll have to hit me up afterwards. We'll have to do some investigative stuff. But that is the list. So, Trader, I'm going to save it. It is now saved. Why is it not going to my OneDrive? We'll turn that on. Oh, it was in an old file format. I've got to do a save as, it looks like. All right, save as. Excel. July. Save. Did it. All right, there, Trader. And now it's in my cloud storage. Woo!
There you go.
There you go. All right, so there you go, guys. Just out of curiosity, hold on. I want to go back and check something real quick. I missed something. I'm looking for something. How did Bubba Joe get 6? Oh, that sweet, sweet man. He did a second account, didn't he?
I have no idea.
Aw.
That may be reflecting that he had initially a tier 1 and then increased it to a tier 3.
I think it only counts what you were at on the last day of the month. I had to put in a date and time. I'm being rated? Gone it, Wardod. You suck. Wardod! Hey, look, I killed a ship, though. Yo, that deserves some face melting. Your coup died. And I didn't even have a bold defense up. Although, Trader, that could have been the result of me spending 45 million points worth of materials today. I did a lot of research. I had to do a lot of research.
That is a lot of research.
I did a lot of research because I didn't have a whole lot in buildings I could do. I did tier up. Well, let me just put it this way. My scrapyard's going to be busy for like 70 days. All right. My scrapyard's going to be so busy. Here, you guys want here, let's just look at all the ships that I tiered up today. Just for 7 of 9. I say just for, but I mean she's worth it. Let me repair some ships here real quick so I got something in dock. You know what, Joker? I'm cool with that. You want to know why? Here, people have been very fussy about this today, and I get it. Not everybody can do this, and I get it. Not everybody can do it. But the fact that an entire epic was sourced in a milestone, I find to be monumental. Me personally, I am not complaining. I am not complaining. I refuse. All right? Listen, you don't have to finish it. Do what you can. Get what you can. All right? That's the whole point of it. But Joker says this one solo milestone cost you 44 million points. All of the Janeway SMSs together were only 49. But guess what? All of the Janeway SMSs didn't equal a full unlock. You had to do multiple milestones in order to secure the Janeway unlock. This is great. Because think of it this way. I don't know, Trader, but if it shows up week 2, if it shows up week 3, then with Battle Pass and the auction and events, can you imagine that people could actually walk with a Tier 3 Epic in its month of release?
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, is that not crazy?
That is a little crazy.
I think it's great. Now, Wire Speed says it's the fact that they put it's not the fact that the price point. It's the fact that they put a definite price on it. Guys, I'm sorry. You know how I feel about that. I have been calling for that for a long time. All right? I know Trader would be an advocate of that. I know. Because here's the problem with these types of auctions. The auctions themselves, guys, is that it's different per server, right? Like, what one server could spend 100,000 points on, another server is going to spend 100 million points. There was never the same price. I think this is standardization. Like, we've talked a lot about it being unfair, about servers and price pack equality and evolution and all that stuff. Guys, this is standardization of pricing, which means you're on an even footing. Like, Trader, now I know you personally wouldn't care, but somebody out there would. If you had to spend if you had to spend 200 million points to unlock 7 of 9, but somebody else only had to spend 100,000 points on a different server, and then you had to go up against them in incursions, and they got something at a cheaper price. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is...
I understand.
This is
exactly
big.
What you're saying, I see.
This is pretty big. So, yeah, I am very, very fond of this. And you guys have heard me say, I am all about guaranteed return from a guaranteed investment. Guaranteed return for a guaranteed investment. You can look at this price tag and you can say, not for me. Now, Honor Above All says this is more than a month's mortgage, overpriced, out of budget. I get that. And if you were directly monetizing this, maybe. But that's not what a lot of people did. Now, admittedly, Joker asked earlier, how much did you spend today, DJs? I did actually spend cash. Scopely finally got me to open my wallet on an officer, Trader. I mean, when I play auctions, when I do heroic solo milestones, I don't usually. I mean, Bubba Joe has talked about it. Like, I'll use my treasury or I'll use some of my other packs that I might do throughout the month, right? But I rarely actually buy on the weekend of an auction. Bubba Joe said the same thing. All right? I actually did today. And you want to know why? Trader? It wasn't because of materials, ironically. I ran out of Latinum.
That is hard to do in G5 land, I will say that.
What do you mean it's hard to do?
Because you get a crap ton of Latinum in.
Oh, well, that's true. That is true. I ran out of Latinum. And you guys, you can still see I bought a pack. I'm back up to 1.4 million now, thankfully. You want to hear something gross? I tell you what, Trader, let me show you my score. Let me show you my score, and then you guys can guess how much Latinum I spent today. All right, here we go. I'll show you the full score because it's in the solo leaderboard. 44.36 million points, which, by the way, Trader, is more points than I have ever spent in a solo leaderboard. So when I say to Scopely, you finally found a way to possibly incentivize people into actually spending specifically on an officer, I genuinely mean. Now, let me be clear. I don't know that they could actually do this super frequently. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is very expensive. Very expensive.
Since when is that stopped, Scopely?
This is the most expensive SMS that has ever come out. That being said, players did it, and they got an unlock in week 1. Even better than a solo milestone. And I'm here to tell you, by the way, up here, these top 3 spots, like JB right here at the top spot, that score is still half of what it would have been in an auction. And we would have given away 1 officer. In this situation right here, it looks like, at least in my bracket so far, 12 people have unlocked an officer. In my bracket, that's amazing. Guaranteed investment, guaranteed return. It is always going to be awesome. It is always going to be preferred over the uncertainty of an auction. Now, should it be cheap? No. This was 120 shards, folks. This was 120 shards. As a matter of fact, if they were to outright sell this officer, what somebody said earlier, I think it was Honor Above All, said worth more than a mortgage. I don't know I don't know how you calculated that. How would you have calculated that? Neon, exactly. Roughly $400 is typically how Scopely values an Epic Unlock. It's about $400. I spent 1, 2, 3. I spent $300 today. So in my mind, I got her 25% off. You know what I'm saying? Now, Divine says, I don't know, depending on the officer, it might be 500, might be 600, depending on the number of shards, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, well, here's the deal. All right, and not only that, but as Commander Green points out, I got what I invested in, which was a bunch of research and ship tiers and buildings. Oh! My alliance saw more ops jumps today than I've probably seen in the last month. As a matter of fact, I haven't been in game. For, hold on. I haven't been in the game for probably the last 2-3 hours. My alliance has made them $2,400 in the last 2 hours. Yes, JB went to 60. Captain Bull opsed up. A lot of people did, Jonathan. Lots of people opsed up. Now, Wayoon says, I'm sorry, but no officer in this game is worth anything near 400. Listen, in real-world terms, I totally agree with you. Crazy enough, though, people will do it anyway. But here's the thing. It is not likely actual real cash, but what Scopely calls the cash equivalent in material spend, which is fine because guess what? Players have a chance to do that by saving. And let me point out, my points on my milestone today, Trader, wasn't because I ran out of materials. Let me show you guys my materials. I'm sitting okay. I could actually do this again next weekend. Look at my materials. There's my 4-star materials. 270,000 4-star ore. 267,000 4-star crystal. 321,000 4-star ore. Okay? I could do it again. Look at 5-star here. Okay? 5-star. 55,000, which is not nearly as much. 20,000 on gas, 25,000 on crystal. I could do, that's right. This is stuff that I've been accumulating. So I could do this again next week. Except, Trader, for me today, Jonathan, it was Latinum. Yes, Joker, I ran out of speed ups. I want you to take a look right here. Okay, I got next to nothing. All right, I got maybe 200 days worth of 3 hours, which is like 1 or 2 researches for me. And the only reason I have those is because one of the packs that I bought today, Trader, was that station special. No, I didn't buy the station special. I bought the research special. So the station special still here. I bought the research special because I needed dill because I was doing a lot of research. All right. So, yeah, I ran out. Of course, this one doesn't have speed ups in it. So it must have been – I also bought my monthly resource pack today. I can show you guys I did buy that because I've only spent 10 of my daily tokens. See, I bought my August pack today. Roughly 5.5 hours ago. I spent my first token, so I did that today, and I got probably some speed ups out of that too. But the event currency pack, it's going to be the same, Shadowed Fox, 120,000. I probably get better materials than you get, but let me find it. But the event store loot's the same for everybody. It's 120,000. Here it is. 120,000 event store loot. So they make up for the difference in resources and materials. Berlin says, is this SMS paired for all 3 weekends? I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I think it would be great. I think it would be great. All right, but I don't know. Well, now, Count DeVille, here's what they put. They put that there would be a heroic SMS. Okay, but they didn't say that it would be a full unlock either. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is kind of unprecedented. You know? It says heroic. No, you wouldn't, Griffin. Don't forget, going to Tier 3 takes a lot of extra shards, more than Tier 1. Okay? Now, let me just ask a question. Jonathan, let me ask you. You're the right person to ask. Jonathan, if your milestone was the same all 3 weeks, could you do it all 3 weeks? Because I couldn't. I could do it 2 weeks with the materials, I think. But I definitely couldn't with the Latinum. Now, Amber says no chance. See, I got mine done today, but it cost me a few $100s. But crazy, Trader, that was because of Latinum. All right, here's the heroic card. Thank you, Ripper. Mwah. Love you. So here was mine, 44.3 million. Jonathan Ingram's, yeah, no wonder he could probably do it again, Trader. His is only 5 million more than mine. Wolfwood says, I got it all without spending a thing. And that's the point. You could have. If you have been an expert hoarder this weekend, you were finally rewarded. You were finally given an opportunity to dump all that stuff you've been saving. Oh, man. All right, you've been saving all that stuff, and today you had a chance to burn it. Well, I don't know, Trader, if I'm going to do it again. I think I'm going to try one more time. But see,
Sure.
I'm scared, too. I think if I was going to try one more time, then I would try again in week 3. Give myself an extra week to try to bank back up. But we don't know if this is exactly how it's going to come. You know what I'm saying?
No, so you think maybe it gets changed up for week 3?
I don't know. I just don't know. Listen, can I just be honest with you? I'm kind of shocked that they did a full unlock in one SMS. Guys, can you recall a time ever? Trader, let me just ask you. Do you remember a time ever where they sourced a full epic unlock in one solo milestone that does not require spend?
No.
It's never happened. Hal says, I can do it this week. If they ran it again, I could probably only do part of it. I think I could complete it one more with materials, but I don't know if I'm going to have the lat to do it. That's a big one right there. That's impressively large. So, I don't know. Jonathan Ingram says Chakotay shards flowed very freely last month. And, you know, Jonathan, I think they might be testing the waters. I remember, Trader, we were talking about on the podcast, we were saying, you know, I hope they had a great sales month, right? Like, I hope this was rewarding so that we'll see it again. I'm wondering if it was so rewarding that they were like, well, maybe they'll spend more.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
So I'm really, really interested to see what could possibly happen these next couple of weeks because, wowzers, 120 epic shards in one solo milestone. Here's the thing. If you look at this milestone, if you look at it for, say, week 2, right? $61 61 shards in those top 2 milestones. Now, this next to last milestone itself is only 67% of the entire milestone. So I wonder, Trader, to get her to tier 2, do you think that we'll find 37 shards this month? How many are in the $20 battle pass? And not to mention, you're probably going to get a handful from the auction that you're playing in right now. So Griffin says there's 20 in the milestone. Now, I don't know about y'all, but me currently, if this holds, I'll get 18 in the auction. Okay? Don't forget, we also got 3 shards to start. Okay? I'm pretty sure, and I've done all the missions, so let's just check. Let's check our officer count here and see what we got, because the auction isn't over yet. Yeah, so I finished the milestone. I've got 3 shards towards the next tier, so we've gotten 3 shards here so far. Blaze says there's actually 25 in the battle pass. Are we sure? Are we sure? Let's make sure. We got careful math. So Trader, let's just check it out ourselves. I've got 3 different answers in the chat. So you know what? When in doubt, we'll check it out ourselves. All right, I haven't claimed any milestones in the battle pass. There's 1. There's 3. There's 4. That makes that 7, right? 1 plus 2 plus 4 is 7. We got 16 there. 18. 18 plus 7 is indeed 25. Who said 25? Who said 25? 25, 25, 25. Congratulations. 25 is the answer. Okay? You've got 18 in the $20 battle pass. You've got 7 in the free battle pass. That is 25. 25. Now, Trader, let's assume for a minute that if you complete this solo milestone, can we assume that unless you're G5, you might be in the top 25 of your bracket? Do we think top 25 is reasonable?
Yeah.
If you finish your solo milestone?
Reasonable.
All right. So let's assume that you're top 25 and you finish your milestone. So there's 18 from the auction. We got another 25 in the battle pass. 18, 25, 43. How many are in missions?
Says there's a few in mission rewards.
How many? Do we think 2, 3? Well, it's not going to be enough. Trader, we would have to finish all but the last milestone to get tier 2. But now let me tell you, this milestone right here, which is what? Milestone number 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 10 milestone event. Getting to milestone 9 is only 2/3 of the way. Like, that last milestone is super expensive, guys. Woo! Obviously, it makes sense why there's the most shards there, but damn! All right. I got to be honest with you, Jonathan, now that I'm kind of sitting back and looking at the math, I feel much, much better about this. I know I could do milestone 9 next weekend. It's only that last 14 million that might trip me up, but I know I could do 30 million. And those shards, I don't need that top milestone to get my tier 2. Look, I'm going to get 43. So I don't need the 37. If I take the 43 and all these shards down, then I'm going to get tier 2. All right? So, Count DeVille, you know people who have the mats or can spend for the mats, but not being able to get close to the last milestone after saving for a month and a half is bad. Well, I totally hear you, but I'm going to take you back in time. I'm going to take you back in time. Trader, let's go back in time to October of the year 2020. 2021. I think it was 2021, wasn't it? Or was it 22? I think it was 2021. Jules, when did we get the 4 of 11 meta? I'm pretty sure it was October 21, I think. Yeah, Brett says 2021 too. Let's go all the way back to 2021, where at the time the meta was first introduced, Trader. We here as content creators told players, this is a great thing, but if you're going to do it without spending, you're going to have to be very careful. And you're probably only going to be able to do it once every couple of months. Do we remember us having that conversation? Do we remember this conversation? Guys, you're not going to save 45 million points worth in 1 month. Certainly not in an event store month. I mean, guys, I know it's poopy when you're on the outside looking in, okay? But I spent the entire interim period between the arcs warning you guys that there would be no resources and materials this month. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. So, yeah, this is, I get it. I get it, Count DeVille, but I am not offended by this because, again, do what you can. You are guaranteed whatever you want to put in. Like, that's what's great about it. Listen, let me ask you this. How is this worse to anybody? How is this actually worse to anyone? Because look here. Here's your 11 shards for 6 million points. The first 4 milestones, not that different. Okay? And not only that, this is where it would normally end, and you would still have the solo leaderboard. All this is doing is offering additional sourcing if you can and if you choose. All right? Now, let's look at the easy math that Divine just threw out for us. Okay? 12, 15, 18 shards in the first 5 milestones. 18 times 3 is 54, Trader. We're going to get 25 in the $20 Battle Pass. We got 3 from the beginning of the arc. There's 4 more in missions. Divine, it's not enough, buddy. It's not enough. 86 is what you would end up with if you only did the first 5 milestones. You would need to hit 6 milestones. Tag on it, you'd still be a tiny bit short. Oh, yeah, Divine, auction rewards. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So take the 30 back off there, and let's assume that doing 5 milestones finishes you in the top 50. Finishes you in the top 50. Okay? You're still short, Divine. All right. Maybe top 50, Trader, with 1. Nope. You'd have to finish top 25 twice. Top 25 twice and a top 50 once you could do it. All right. Or maybe you do 6 milestones 1 week. All right. All I'm saying is, guys, this is so beautiful. And people are missing it because they always look at the top. You always look at the top. Stop looking at the top. And stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Worry about what you can do. Do the math. Figure it out, just like Divine is doing right here. I don't know if 5 milestones is enough. I would say maybe 5 milestones twice and maybe 6 milestones once, Trader, might be a little bit more reasonable or at least a little bit safer. Okay? Now, Jules brings up a great point. Jules brings up a very good point. People are fussy because the points per shard are more expensive than we've seen in the past. You know what? You're absolutely right, Jules. You're absolutely correct. It is. The fact that we're only just now noticing that is slightly amusing to me. Hey, Trader, do you want to know? Do you want to know how many times the quote-unquote price per shard has been increased? Oh, I don't know, say in the last 2 years?
How much?
14 times.
Oh.
Do you want to know what happens on those 14 times?
Of course.
Does anybody have a guess as to what happened that correlates with those 14 times? No, Commander Green, it's not more shards, although that has happened a couple of times, but that's not the answer. We're talking about price per shard. Thank you, Mimi! Thank you, Mimi! Pack inflations, guys. Every time that a pack... Oh, my game froze. Is it midnight? Not yet. Every time that pack contents go up... I mean, guys, let's think about this. If Scopely has a dollar amount attached to an officer, right? And we know that they do. It's 400, sometimes 500 or 600, but typically between 4 and 6, right? If the materials that they're giving away for that dollar amount increase because of an inflation, is it not appropriate or even fair that the events require that? Now, In My Pants says, well, that makes it harder for free to play. You know what? I would agree, In My Pants, right up front. That's his name, Trader.
I know, but I still am going to snicker about it. Because I'm 5.
Honor Above All says it's not fair to free to play. You know what? Maybe not in month 1, Honor Above All. But do you also know, community, what has happened 14 times in the last 2 years that exactly correlates with pack inflations? What else has changed, Trader?
I feel like I should know this and I don't. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Putz is on the stage, and I see the correct answer in chat. Putz, why don't you tell the people what happens every single time paid packs are inflated? All right, Putz is not coming to voice. The answer is event rewards are increased. Now, unfortunately, Mimi, the Battle Pass has not been inflated 14 times. All right, but individual events, yes, the events that are month to month, the ARC-related events, they are inflated. By the way, just in case anybody was tracking it, Battle Passes themselves have been inflated 6 times. So not bad. Almost 1 out of every 2, Trader. All right?
Mm-hmm.
But every single time, event rewards increase with that. All right? So I hear you. Cost per shard might be more expensive, and maybe that's true. But it's like inflation, like in the real world. All right? The less valuable, or let me rephrase, the more of a commodity you can purchase with $1 makes the value of that product as compared to $1 cheaper. That is the definition of inflation. If I can buy 10 widgets for $1, Trader, but then a year later I can buy 100 widgets for $1, what has happened to the price of widgets? They've gone down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what's
Sorry,
happening.
I'm tired.
It's
and
okay.
My ability to math is at an all-time low.
I know. Trader did not sign up for nerddom tonight. All right.
Correct.
That's not
Correct.
What you did.
Sorry about that. I was mid-bite and I couldn't speak.
Well, it's all good. But you had the right answer. Event rewards go up as well.
Yeah. Now, the one thing that I would say is that, like I've been saying in the chat, like an Ops 42, the highest milestone, 27 million. An Ops 50, I read, was 28 million. So it's not very different. between Ops 42 and Ops 50, and that's a whole lot of mats to spend for an Ops 42. I was just, and looking even at the level, the fifth tier. My fifth tier is like 7.65 million. That's a lot to spend, considering that I don't get nearly the number of mats that an Ops 50 would get on a monthly basis.
Trader, that is a very common misconception, isn't it? But how many times have we actually done it on this show, on this stream, that the amount that, say, a 42 gets compared to a 50 is not that much different? All right, let's go. Let's look at an event last month. Let's just pick any event from last month. Can't do it this month because it's event store. So let's just, here we go. All right, let's look at last month. And here we go, Interceptor Hunter. Okay, let's look at this one. If I can, oh, there it goes. Okay, Interceptor Hunter, here we go. So let's look at Ops 42. At the top milestone, paying out 471 crystal. 471 4-star crystal. Let's go to Ops 50. It's 478 putts. This is what people.
But you also get 5, don't you, as well?
Not at Ops 50. No. Ops 50 is the G4 economy, people. It has been since it came out. Ops 51 begins the G5 economy. All right? And by the way, even for them, it's still 478. Okay? So, yeah, guys, I know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer on you guys. The math holds here. Okay? This math works. It makes sense. If you know the Star Trek Fleet Command economy like I do, this is how it works. Okay? And the reason I know that, Trader, is because I've had the exact same complaints. I have literally complained about the exact same things before. And then I've looked at this. Bubba Joe was the one that gave me my lesson, Putz. Bubba Joe says, "Yo, DJ, you need to go back and look." Why isn't my event resetting here? My page isn't resetting. Trying to get back to the here. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. All right. Now, if you wanted to compare 50 and 51, well, there's an 11 million material jump. Well, 10.5. All right. Why would that happen? Why would it go up 10.5 million, Trader, from 50 to 51?
10.5 million from 50 to 51 because you're going from G4 to G5.
Yeah, and what happens when you go to G5?
You get different resources? I don't know.
Well, you're earning G5, but does that mean you stop earning G4?
Oh, no. You get G4 in all the packs you buy that have G5 in them.
That's right. You're literally getting more stuff. Not only that, but now I'm G5, it's a little bit more, guys. It's not enough to really make a difference. Trust me, I spent a lot of G5 material today. All right, it's not that much better on the points. And for the record,
DJz,
you can't spend epics. Can't spend epics till
Can
late.
you explain to me why Ops 32 and Ops 33 are so different in their score?
All right, let's look. Ops 30 who?
Just say Ops 31 to 32 and the Ops 33 to 34 bracket. Take a look at those two.
Okay. 31, 32, 900,000, 3 million. Woof. Yeah. So, all right. So, I brought this up today because I thought it might have been a typo. I thought it could have been an error. It wasn't. It was intended because you know what happens at Ops 34?
Yeah, I mean, do people just spend all of their resources on new ships at Ops 34? Is that what's going on?
Well, you unlock G3 epics at Ops 34.
So why Ops 33 then?
that might have been a miss. Could have been a miss. Or it could have simply been, hey, we know you're right there borderline. We also know as an intelligent community that 33 to 34 is one of the easiest leaps. It's almost like going 50 to 51 or 48 to 49. Like there's nothing there. All right, getting to 34 from 33. Maybe that's what they were banking. That's right, Robotsky. Maybe they were pushing the 33 to 34. All right. Maybe.
So really what we're saying
I'm not saying that that's what it was. All right. I admit, if you were a fresh Ops 33, this probably was frustrating. But it's also like you could have easily gone to 34. You could have gone to 35 with this much material spent. You know? And you do have ships to sink it in. All right. By the way,
this is our time to say to Ops 32 members, do not go to Ops 33 right now. Make all your 7 of 9 shards right now.
Well, I mean, maybe for this month. But you know how I feel about camping, Jules. I am not a believer in camping. And
agreed.
You know, there are a lot of reasons. Now, this could be a reason this month for somebody to want to hang back for a second. But I'm just here to tell you, you know, camping most often hurts you much more than it helps you, okay? Joker says, having gone from 33 to 35 in the past month, I can say it hurts. And it will hurt right now, Joker. I get that. I get it. All right? But your event rewards are going to be higher. Your event rewards are going to be higher. And this is what happens anytime something happens right as soon as you've opsed up. Like somebody who goes to Ops 51 and a week later there's an auction, Jules. Yeah, they're really boned, man. They're real, because you can't even spend. Let me show you something, guys. Like, Trader, I was struggling. You want to know why I ran out of lat? Not just speed ups, all right, because speed ups were definitely a problem. I ran out of uncommon researches to do. Okay, let me just show you something. Oh, okay, I could have done one there. Oh, I bought packs. That's why it's now showing up. Let me go a little bit deeper. I was starting to work in station here, okay? Here, look at that one. Right there. Common. Let's see what's in this one. Common. Let's go back up a little bit. Common. All right? Listen, I'm a 54, and all this stuff is still costing common. All right? I get it. That was part of the reason I ran out of Latinum today, was common conversion. For the record, I started the day with over 500,000 common materials. 500,000. Gone in probably 10 to 12 researches. Guys, I'm just telling you, I hear what you're feeling as an individual. I understand that it feels frustrating that you can't do it. I might argue this was an epic unlock available in a singular event. Scopely did label it heroic, and the price per shard, while maybe a little bit off, is not off a great deal compared to what 120 shards would typically cost. I asked you earlier, Trader, if you could guess how much Latinum I spent today. Go ahead. I'll give you.
Oh my God. 30 million.
I guess 7.8 million.
All right. Well, I'm between those two figures. I'm not quite that whaley, Trader. But unfortunately, Jules, it was more than 7 million. Community, what do you guys think? Mimi says 15 million. All right. What else? Who else thinks? Putz, you got a guess? Hal says 12. Blazed at 10. Wolfwood at 12.75. Retro Hunter at 12. Katya 12.3. So far,
He's such a good poll.
It would be a good poll. You want to do a poll? We'll do a poll. I was getting ready to give the answer. Okay, I'll do it.
17.
How much lat is 7 of 9 worth to DJs?
But this answer actually really scares me because I'm the same ops, so I have the same milestone, and I'm going to do the same strategy by pouring it all into research.
I did research. Now, I'll
so
tell you.
I have 7.8 million Latinum
well,
left.
there
Please
might.
tell me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jules.
I'm close.
I hate to burst your bubble, but you're not close. All right. Now, but here's the thing. It is possible. I saw this in the chat, and this is possible. I did move a little bit quicker than I typically do through my early 50s because I wanted the ships, right? So my research was probably a little bit behind. So a lot of this common stuff I'm doing now, Jules, it's possible you've already worked through it. If you built evenly, if you built level, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you've worked through a lot of that stuff. I was actually talking to Snake Eyes earlier today. And he said, listen, I'm not even trying this weekend. He said, I'm going to go through and do all my common researches. So next week, when everyone's broke, I'll have my uncommons queued up. It's actually brilliant. All right, honestly, it's flipping brilliant. I wish I had thought of it, but I was scared that they wouldn't bring it back. All right, I was scared that he didn't bring it back, that they wouldn't bring it back. So he's risking it. He's risking it next weekend. I bet it'll probably pay off for him. All right. Anyway. I'm making the poll right now. Oh. Well, crap. It's only going to let me have 5 options. I'm going to have to make these brackets bigger. Hang on.
Well, we know it's greater than 7.8 and less than 30. That's as far as we know.
All right. Oh, crap. Wait a second. Are you guys betting Toy Mice, or is it just a poll? Poll. Did you want to bet Toy Mice? Because I have to retype it all if you wanted to bet mice. I could just put up the poll. We could bet mice on something else later. Oh, of course you guys want to gamble. Wait, you want to gamble? Just make it a poll? All right. No, I'm not going to tell you. Everybody says they want to do it in a poll. There you go. 3 minutes are up. Let's see what you guys think happened. Now, keep in mind, community, I bought packs today. Okay? I'm just reminding you. I see some people have said, I cheated. I went back to your last stream. I bought packs today. Just
so DJ's Joker
you.
actually made a really good point. He actually was tracking the top milestone points per
That's
shard.
a big one right there.
And
that's impressively large.
It's actually not the most expensive. Chakotay and Janeway were more expensive if you look at just the top milestone. But there were several other people that were looking at the equivalent shards available per points, and they were saying, oh, well, now 7's the most expensive, and I can't afford this at the same milestone spend. So it's interesting. Like you really maybe, and your strategy is, I'm going to hit this top milestone this week, and I'm probably not going to hit it the next week's. That may be the most efficient if anyone's looking at how am I going to unlock an officer. Well, maybe you got to save up and just do this once rather than hitting the 4th, 5th, or 6th milestone 3 times in a row.
Well, that was one thing that I was thinking, because let's pretend that the unlock is all that I was chasing, right? If the unlock was all that I was chasing, I probably could have gone to milestone 8. That would have given me 70 shards roughly. No, only 60 shards, right? Because we got 120.
Yeah, milestone 8 was 59.
Yeah, 120.
If you did milestone 7 every weekend for 3 weekends, you would guarantee an unlock milestone 6.
7,
You
8,
maybe
9,
get an
10.
unlock if you
So,
got some lucky with emissions
let's say
and what you get about
you
that.
got it. So milestone 7, 3 weekends, is 65 million points. Well, I did better at 44 million points, just knocking it out at once.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Griffin, that is also something I fear. We don't know that it's going to be the same thing. We're not guaranteed anything. I will tell you, just like I have said to Scopely for the past year and a half, Trader, I think that if you set milestones where people have a guaranteed return for guaranteed investment, then you might have your top whale spend less points. Like instead of 250, maybe you only spend 150. But everybody under you is going to go from spending 5 million to 15 million or 20 million. You know, I mean, that is just the power of volume. So I'm just saying, I get why this is here, and I understand why people are fussing about it, Jules, but they are missing the forest for the trees.
I guess my counterpoint to Griffin is, if you think it's going to change, it's not going to get better. There's no chance it's getting better. So if you've got a guaranteed unlock this first weekend, who cares about your solo leaderboard position? Get the unlock.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, at this point now, I am relaxed. Okay? I'm relaxed. I will try to see if Tier 2 is in the cards for me. But like I said, I'm not sure. I think it could be. What did we say? This milestone, 31 million, doing that one more time would get me Tier 2, right? Let's is that exactly?
Yeah, looking at your
mats,
roughly, you can hit the top milestone all 3 weekends, but like you said, you're not going to have the lat.
Yeah. It's lat. I spent $300 today on Latinum. So let's
it's gonna be lat, it's gonna be dilithium, it's gonna be resources for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of things that hold you back.
So people, Jules, think that I spent 13.9 million or higher. Okay? Those people are slightly off. However, right underneath it, these 32 they would have won because I did spend just shy of 13.5 million lat today. It was like 13.4 million Latinum. Now, Commander Green says, why do you need lat if you just do ships? Well, Commander Green, that's a big one right there. That's impressively large. Ship parts were a problem. And you know what, Jules? Golly, man. Let me just tell you something crazy. Let me tell y'all something. Trader, let me tell you a really funny story. I got a really funny story for you. All right, so once upon a time, spending materials on ships was like, that was the best thing to do in an auction, right? But then, Scopely was running short on cash one month, so they sold these super mega primes, and everybody bought the primes, and now maxing a G3
build twice as many ships.
Yeah, maxing a G3 Epic ship cost me like less than 2,000 materials now. Son of a biscuit! They got me twice, Jules. Them evil geniuses over there. Guys,
what they're going to do is they're going to sell you a second scrapper so that you can scrap all those ships that you've now built and maxed.
I'm here to tell you guys. G3, I did 4 epics today. I did 3 G3 rares. And I did 6 G3 uncommons. And I got to about 15 million points. And I was
and then you're going to run out of shipyard space.
Yeah. So I'm not even kidding.
You can't scrap them fast enough.
Yes. So here, let me just show you, Trader. Swapping ships. All right. So here we go. So there's almost a max jelly. I ran out of. Oh, I bought a pack, so I could probably finish it now. But I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it for next weekend. Okay. By the way, this started at Tier 1 today. Okay? Okay. This D4 got maxed today. This Augur got maxed today. This Enterprise got maxed today. By the way, you know it's true because look, they're these are level 45 because I was going to put them in the scrapper. This one's level 1. There's a level 2 tier 9. I don't even know how that happened. I must have accidentally hit the button. There's a level 1 tier 9. There's my Burrell. It started the day at tier 7, obviously. Okay. Here's another D4 tier 9. It started the day at tier 3. All right. Here's a Gladius, started the day at tier 7. Another D4 that was fresh today. All right. Holy bananas. Holy banana sauce. Here's a Sally. Started the day at tier 8. Oh, here's a Bortus that I freshly built today. All right. Oh, man, these primes are both the best and the worst ever. All right. My materials are going so much farther, Jules. It's actually, call me crazy, Jules. It makes me wonder for an auction. Yeah, well, ships are not the right thing anymore. It's buildings and research.
I still see a green arrow.
They take up the gas. Yeah.
Why's that green arrow there? Why don't you press more buttons?
Because
spend more money.
Bubba told me not to go past tier 5 on my uncommon. That's what he said. He said, don't go past tier 5 on the uncommon. Look, I can do it. I got the thingies.
He's right. Don't go past tier 5 on the uncommon.
Yeah, so
But there's a green arrow. You must update everything.
No.
Upgrade all the things.
No, yeah, okay, Spirit of Scopely over there. So yeah, no, but listen, I've got a jelly ready. So this jelly I took from 1 to 11 today. But I also threw a fresh jelly into the scrapper today, Trader. It's got 6 days left on it. And I started it just probably 6 or 7 hours ago. And that is a tier 12 jelly. Now, I was thinking, Jules, man, I'm gonna be set for weekend number 2. Because I'm gonna have a jelly scrapped. I got my scrap timer down. 6 days from now, I'll have all those materials out so I can max another jelly. Only to realize, oh shit, I'm out of blueprints. So, yo, Captain Bull, we got to turn on that territory service, please. We got to turn that territory service on, please, quickly. Quickly, please. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know what to do now, Jules. I'm out of jellies. So now what do I do?
Yeah, the jelly scrap loop requires jellies to scrap.
I know. I'm so screwed now.
Weird.
So screwed. My jelly scrapping mechanic has ground to a halt. You know, this is my 4th one. I've scrapped 1. No, I've scrapped 2. I've got 1 in the scrapper, and now I've got 1 at tier 11.
It's almost like you're doing this for a reason, DJ.
Well, I mean, I did show you guys that I'm not hurting for G4 materials. I wonder why that is. I'm just saying.
Hey, I don't know anything. I know nothing.
Wonder why that is. And Mimi says this is why you don't stop pulling the G3 Armada chest. You're 1,000% right, Mimi. You know, Bubba told me I should be, and I'm like, oh no, I'm done with it. Oh no, he was 1,000% right. He was 1,000% right. So right, in fact, that you can see I have now pulled it, and I've been pulling it. Okay. It's yeah. Don't stop. First of all, it's 5,000. It's 5,000. Like, that's nothing. That's nothing. Just keep doing it. Just keep going. You need those jellies, because now I'm screwed. I need a full pull of a jelly. I need like 4 full pulls in a row from the jelly. All right? That's what I need. And it doesn't come anywhere else. Epic chest only. Doesn't even come in the G4 chest. I don't think it comes in any of the G4 chests, does it? Nope.
Don't you wish that jelly auction was still available after you won a jelly?
Well, I didn't used to, but now I do. I didn't used to, but now I do. All right. Yeah. Guys, if you are an up-and-coming G4, do not, listen, learn from my pain. Do not stop pulling the G3 Epic Armada chest. Don't stop. Ever. Never, ever, 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 ever. Listen. I'm going to answer questions here in just a second. I see this question, though. It's coming up a lot, Jules.
To clarify that will only be beneficial for you if you have the primes.
Well, yeah. Yeah, if you've got the Dolomite primes.
If you're going to spend money.
And
if you're going to be a free-to-play,
tiers of those primes.
Yeah.
Well, let me just show you the last screen I was on today in my Google Sheets there, Jules Verne. This was the last sheet that I was on. Does it look familiar to you? I don't know.
Never seen it before.
Never seen it before.
It's just, yep.
Never seen it before. Well, I'll tell you. Let me see if I can find.
It has been updated with the new station expansion.
Oh, so I'm gonna have to.
No, it's not going to make a big difference if you haven't done any of that research. So it still works for now.
Haven't. So yeah, it's crazy. Jules has never seen this thing. Created by Jules Verne.
No.
All right.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Photoshop. This is a deep fake. Don't listen to him.
Deep fakes. All right. Here's why. Now, by the way, we have determined what the break-even point is. Now, this is my research, and for the record, I am now at tier 9 on both parts and materials, which is as high as I can go because you can't get to tier 10 until Ops 56. All right, so I'm as high as I can go. But I've selected the ISS Jellyfish here. Okay, let's take a look. Jules. Now, listen, I'm not going to talk about this. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to leave this right here for a second so you guys can look at it and maybe you can read. Here, I'll move it over so you don't get interference with the number.
So what I'll say is that the break-even point depends highly on the other researches that you have.
Yeah.
What we have found was for a high G4 player, say Ops 49, that 7 and 7 is a good break-even point.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that probably makes
Because
sense because when these primes came out,
yeah.
When these primes came out, I was already a low G5 player. My break-even point was 6 and 6. All right.
Yeah.
So and so pterodactyl, listen, we don't really like to talk about this, but I'm gonna highlight a couple things and then you can see it. This is where I put all my research in. Okay, this is all my research for me. Okay, this is all my research. These are the raw costs of the ISS Jelly, but with my research, this is what I'm actually gonna pay. Okay, this is what I'm actually gonna pay. But then when I scrap it, this is what I'm getting out. So let's look at the profit margins there.
There's a Q column there that's really small.
What's in the Q column?
I don't know. Make it larger. Let's find out together.
Oh, it must be a profit margin. You hid the profit margins from me.
I didn't do that. I would never do that.
Did I hide the profit margins? Did I do it? Let's see. Why can't I?
Highlight those ones and then just drag the column of one of them. Just drag the R1 across 1 or 2 pixels and it'll open all of them.
All right, there we go. He did it, Trader. Look, and he hid it from me.
I would never do that. I told you I've never seen this before.
He clearly hid it from me. I know why he hid it from me. It's because we put it on stream. Like, seriously, there you go. Screenshot it, and it's gone again. Okay? That's why we don't talk about a pterodactyl. All right?
I didn't know it was there.
Uh-huh. I know. He only created it, Trader. I mean, good God. So anyway, I spent a lot of time with this spreadsheet today. As a matter of fact, Jules, I also crazy enough, started looking at this. Honest to God. Because what am I going to do? Okay, first of all.
Dude, I'm in that same boat. I'm in the exact same boat.
Yeah. First of all, I've got all this now times 4. Okay? Well, times 3. 4th one ready to go in. What am I going to do with it? I'm actually going to max. I'm going to max and scrap Valdor.
I thought you were going to do the Enterprise A. But you have the Corvus, so I feel like it's not really a necessity.
Well, I have every intention on doing it with an Enterprise A. Problem is, G4 Epics, man, the blueprint cost is heavy. Here's where I'm at with the Enterprise A. I am only 103 in. All right? I'm only 103 in. That's going to be real. That's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. I'll tell you why I thought about doing the Valdor was not to keep it, Jules, but to then scrap it for G5 rewards. But the problem is, like, it's not super efficient, right? Like, I'm losing on Trite.
What's most important? You're not losing on Trite.
No. Yeah, I got that backwards. So I'm gaining on Trite and Dill. Honestly, there's profit all the way down here. I've thought that's what I think I'm going to do.
Yeah, because it's a converter. You're converting your 4-star to your 5-star. So in a sense, you're not necessarily going to be profiting like you would on the Jelly because you're carrying 4-star to 4-star, but you will, if you need more 5-star, that's the reason why we do the G3 ships.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, the 5-star rewards are crap. They're really low. They're not going to be useful for anything.
Yeah.
However,
these values
what
are
is
low.
the bottleneck? But what's the bottleneck in G5? It's resources. So if you can find a way to gain Tritanium, to profit Tritanium, I think the Valdor may be useful to you.
Here's the problem. That and this. Okay?
Yeah. Commons.
The commons and the ship XP, the Latinum. Guys, I know this is going to sound crazy. I don't know, Jules. Honest to goodness. Like Jonathan Ingram was in the chat a little bit ago with 50 million lat. I do not know. I mean, how does he have 50 million lat? Because I spend my lat all the freaking time.
The problem is when you get to a certain point, there is nothing to spend your Latinum on. And so you just accumulate more and more and more of it.
Well, I'm not at that point yet. For the first time in my life.
No, but
Trader,
an Op 60 is.
For the first time in my life, Trader, I bought a pack for Latinum today. Now, I didn't buy the Vault of Latinum pack. I didn't buy the Vault of Latinum. I didn't buy a stupid pack. I bought a good pack, but I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't need Latinum. You see what I'm saying? Like, I bought the pack specifically because I was out of Latinum. Lango says, does augment space not work for G5 ships? Sure it does. You just need to give it about 100 days.
Yeah, your fastest place for XP grinding is actually killing the Eclipse traders. With a ship XP with a XO, I can get about 40 to 50. Yeah, you can get 40 to 50,000 ship XP per level 40 kill, depending on your ship XP research.
But that's a.
It doesn't take long.
No, it does. Oh yes, it does. Oh yes, it does. Don't tell me it doesn't take long. Hang on. Jules, he don't even know.
Compared to everywhere else,
he don't even know, does he?
Compared to everywhere else,
he doesn't. He doesn't.
He don't even know. He don't even know. All right, hang on, guys. I'm gonna educate you. I'm gonna edumacate you. Let's see. Does this have ship XP on it? Where does it talk about the XP? Oh my God, it doesn't have the total, does it? Does it?
Very bottom. The scrap reward, the scrap calculator does.
Yeah.
That's per level. That's not the total.
No, the scrap calculator spreadsheet that I didn't create, but you were looking at.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Hang on. Let me go back. All right, let's pull that back over. So, what is it? Here it is. Is that right? 169 million? Okay. All right. So let's do this math, guys. I need 169 million ship XP. Stevens Aaron says I can get 50,000 off of a hostile. Hey, cool. Let me just go manually grind 3,400 hostiles. Nope.
Oh yeah, certainly not going to say it's going to be that overnight. But I mean, like compared to everywhere else, yeah, you can leave it in augment space. But that, as you say, that's going to take weeks and weeks if you just leave it sitting there. But if you had a little bit of time to bump it up, if you're wanting to save Latinum, obviously it's going to be super faster to do Latinum. The obvious thing is to do Latinum. But if you have some time and you want to just knock out a few levels, it doesn't take super long to do a few levels, especially if you're also needing your the loot that they drop.
You know what, Trader? Aaron is right. The chat is right. That's only a couple of days. Just go do it. I've got some exos. Manually, it's 2 to 3 days. Active grinding. You know,
500% exo.
Oh,
plus, there's lots of ship XP research, and there's even some new ones that have come in the G5 section, I think, or the high G4 section too.
Guys, I'm not telling you. I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm saying for me, Trader, I feel like I feel myself drifting towards the way of the whale. All right, because ask Trader if she's willing to go.
It is a siren call.
Okay.
Well,
ask Trader.
I would say, especially for the first, like maybe even the first 10 levels, because those are often the worst conversion factors for Latinum to ship XP. So even if you do the first half a dozen levels, and then you kind of hit over that peak of the maximum conversion factor.
My patience level is like -2. All right.
Yeah.
That's right, Divine. The way of the whale is click, 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 goodbye, 13 million lat. All right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that there's
and it's
not
great
a better
if you
way.
have 13 million.
Yeah.
lat.
I'm not saying that there's not a better way to do this. Okay. You're absolutely right. And Mimi says, listen, for people who are more of a grinder than a spender, yeah, this is how you have to do it. This is how you have to do it. I can't. It's not in my DNA, Trader. I can't.
DJ likes grinding like he likes Tinder.
He likes grinder like he likes Tinder.
He's only going to do it if
yeah.
he has to.
Yeah, it's terrible. Okay. So how much can you get dropping in an outlaw space overnight? Okay, good question. I did that, and I went from level 1 to level 12 in one night. But it was level 1 through 12. So where do we see? Do you have it in here somewhere where you've got the XP by level, or is it only by total?
And let's just
No,
be
I just
honest.
do my total.
Yeah.
Doing that with the G5 ship is just asking for someone to come in and just gank it.
Yeah, true. And let's not forget, levels 1 through 12 are mad cheap compared to level 59 going to 60. All right. I mean, it's crazy. As a matter of fact, we can determine that. Look here, it's 10 million XP just to go from 59 to 60. That's a lot. All right, so Denver says count on about 6,000 per hit, 60 hits an hour. Okay, so let's go 10 million XP needed divided by 6,000. I only need 1,667 hostiles divided by 60 is 28 hours, assuming nobody messes with you. And by the way, that's 28 hours for one level of XP. No. I'm not saying that I care about my ship getting ganked. It's just the time, right? It's just the time. See, like, I don't care if somebody kills my ship. Like, that's not a thing. But, yeah, that cost me a day. We're talking We're talking one day. No. Listen, you might be misunderstanding me, Denver. You say one day is okay to max a ship. No. That's one day to go one level. One day to go one level. Okay?
And there are 60 levels.
There are 60 levels. All right, and it's not
The first
just
few
one day.
levels will be slower, but
Yeah, and it's not just one day. It's 28 days per level. How much is 10 million XP? 200,000 Latinum. 10 million XP costs 200,000 Latinum, of which I gladly clicked. All right. Now, Trader, an hour and a half ago, we said we were going to take a look at 5 of 11. We haven't, or 7 of 9. Where did that come from? We haven't yet, so let's take a look at her. I know, we haven't looked yet, Brett. Gamer, or who was it reminded me? Paulo reminded me. We haven't even looked yet. We've talked about it, talked all about it. Lango says, will what change with G6? The Latinum conversion? Oh, most certainly. It's different for G5 as compared to G4 as compared to G3. So, yeah, I'm sure that'll change again. All right. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to load up this new Trader, this new supposed Rockstar Armada crew. Here we go. Chakotay Janeway 7. The most perfect little love triangle that ever did exist. All right. And we'll go ahead and take her to level 5. Just get a few extra stats there. There we go. By the way, can I just say, the artwork on her is probably one of the best in the game. Like, they did a good job. Trader, do you think that Jerry Ryan would be embarrassed by this art, or do you think she's feeling good about this art?
No, I think she'd be pretty happy about it.
Yeah, they did really, really good art on her. From the Borg implants to the way that her hair was. I mean, her facial expressions, they got her pretty good. They got her pretty good. So there is 7 of 9. This is supposed to be the bang-up crew, Trader. Okay? This is the new hotness. Okay? Chakotay in the captain's chair, which is funny. Increasing the number of shots of your ship's weapons by 100%. Basically doubling them, right? Double. Okay? Do we remember real quick what Miles does? What does Miles do? How many does he get? He increases it by 100%, but only a 50% shot. Right? So it's almost the same effect, really.
Yes. Was that for 3 rounds, though? Wasn't that over 3 rounds? That would do 100% per round, so it was 300% after 3 rounds?
For 3 rounds, has a 50% chance.
If he
of
procs each one, yeah.
Yeah, if he procs every single time, but he's only a 50-50. All right, so, I still wonder. Just seems like Miles, instead of 7 here, would be great.
Well, what if you look at this from a solo Armada perspective, where you're trying to load up 3 ships?
That's true.
Or your alliance does Armadas like they do Lines of Coke, and they just need several at the same time. And you need 2 ships with good grinding or good Armada crews.
Yeah.
How would you crew up 2 different ships?
Well, that's true. Solos are definitely the best way to think about it. But I'm kind of wondering. See, now here's the thing, though. If you take 7 off, if you put Miles up here, Chakotay actually drops, okay? So Chakotay's 100% with 7. But Chakotay is only 70% without 7. And then Miles is getting you 50%. Wrong one. Hang on. No, see, they're doing 2 different things, Jules. So without 7 of 9, Chakotay only increases the shots by 70%. Not 70% chance, but only 70% shots, meaning it's going to increase by 1.7. Then you add Miles on, who could increase it by another 100%, but only has a 50-50 shot of actually proccing. I wonder what would
So
be.
if you had good RNG by round 3, you theoretically could have a 370% bonus to your shots.
Yeah. Still feels like Miles would be better than 7 here. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's run some testing. What are these weird little armadas that you guys ran that only have like a 1-minute timer that you guys were all fussing about a couple of weeks ago? What is it?
The Sarcomatas, the
Sarcomatas. How small of a ship do I need?
Armadas.
How small of a ship do I need to do
that?
Tiny ship?
A Saladin can beat them. It doesn't really matter.
I want it to go a few rounds. Let's go with a level 1 Bortus. A level 1 Bortus, is that cool?
Yes.
No underdecks. Okay, let's just try that. All right. Where do we find these things?
Kavka.
Tells you how long it's been since I've been there.
Level 33 system, Romulan space.
All right. We're going to fly up here. I'm going to disco so we can summon because I ain't waiting all this time. All right. So
not Vola. Not Vola, Kavka.
Damn it. What the heck just happened? You saw what just happened. I searched, I hit the button, and it took me to a different place. Damn it, I just wasted 250 jump juice. All right. How long are these timers? 90 seconds?
3 minutes?
Oh.
They're still some of the shortest timer.
Isn't there a shorter timer than that? Isn't there something with like a 1-minute timer? No, not the
Solos.
Trader, are you falling asleep on me?
I am falling asleep on you. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. It's been a long week, hasn't it?
It has been a long week.
While I've got Trader here, I want to tell you guys real quick before she goes to sleep. I would probably like to do a slightly earlier show tomorrow. Fall baseball season's picking up, and I've got practice with Oliver's team tomorrow night. So do you think we can do a show at like 1 or 2 o'clock? Is that too early?
No, I won't. I would say no. For me, I will be having lunch with my family.
You do that,
and they're gonna be meeting my significant other.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's gonna be awesome.
I hope that goes super well, and I hope you enjoy all the lasagna and eat all the lasagna.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a great night. Everybody say goodnight to Trader. Love you, Trader.
Good night.
Good night. Yes, I am the significant other, just so you guys know. See, that was her way of telling me that I'm meeting her parents tomorrow. I'm just kidding. All right, let's try one of these, Jules. They cost regular directives. No shortage of those. All right, so there we go. Please, nobody come. I'm doing 7 of 9 testing.
19,000 Armada directives. What?
Yeah. Yep. All right. So, yeah, we got 3 minutes on the clock here. So, the first test that we're running is full synergy. Hopefully, this thing will go at least a couple of rounds. No, Divine. I'm not trying to. No, I don't want to I'm not using a baby jelly. We're just trying to simulate the effect of the crew. I don't want to rely on a baby jelly. All right. I want to see Chakotay with 7. And then I want to see Chakotay with Miles and see what's better for an overall number 1 Armada crew. Is 7 of 9 everything that we hope that she should be? Or, Jules, is 7 of 9's best use under deck? Could be under deck. All right.
But those are two different. Those are two different abilities. Like she
they
can
totally
be good
are.
in both functions.
Absolutely, she can. But that's what I want to see. I want to show off her effects in both ways tonight. Now, I do see the question. If you have no mitigation and you're in a real armada. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, I'm running a stupid ship, and I've got no lower decks. But if I'm running this way, this almost becomes a 4-man crew, doesn't it, Jules? All right?
Yeah,
maybe even a 5-man crew, really? Because what should you always take to an armada if you can?
Hull breach.
Hull breach. So this is probably, really truthfully, a 5-man crew. You need Tom Paris and you need Belana Torres under deck. All right? You want that hull breach and you need the mitigation. All right? So, who sent me a message? Oh, Kirk. Yo, Kirk, shout out. All right, so, yeah, really, if you're going to do this, you're going to have the love triangle on the bridge and the happy couple below decks. You know, Jules, it works. It works. Okay?
It's kind of brilliant.
It is kind of brilliant. All right? That's right. Maybe a 6-man crew. Maybe the doctor you're putting on there for extra loot. All right? Absolutely. Brilliant. All right? So, yes, this is a thing right here, guys, where you have to think on both sides of your crew aisle here, okay? You can't, Denver, just look at the bridge because this particular crew is focusing all on output, so you need another area where you can get some defensive measures. All right? So we killed it.
If this is going to be your all-in-all testing for 7, I really think that you should develop a solo Armada crew set and test that, because I think where 7 really shines.
Now I do want to just look at this battle log here for a second. We did get 100% boost to shots. That's great. We got Isolated Cascade. That's good. We got a crit chance increaser. Now, 7 of 9 does appear to be a passive boost, Jules. I don't see any procs here. Oh, no, wait. There she is. She's a beginning of battle proc right here. Okay,
she works for the entire.
Yeah,
she works for the entire length of battle, so she will proc start at round 1, deliver to her again.
There you go.
Just like January.
80% to crit damage, and in this particular case, if I'm looking at my crit damage, it's 150%. So in my case, it would have taken 150% and gone to 230%.
You're looking at the Klingon barrel ship, not looking at yours.
Sorry, my bad. Where'd I go? There we go. Okay. Critical damage 315, so it actually took me up to 400%. All right. Actually, crazy enough, slightly smaller net impact. But you guys can see here, if a normal shot's a 500,000, it got me up to 2.2 million. This is on a level 1 Bortus. All right. A level 1 Bortus. Here, look here. Here's a 1.2 million shot. Same weapon. This is a great example right here, Jules. Same weapon, same shot, just the double shot, where we got one regular at 1.2 and one crit at 6 million. Okay? On a level 1 Bortus. All right? So not technically, Brett. Isolated Cascade is not quite the same as isolated damage. Isolated damage is just a percentage of your standard shot. The Cascade actually increases that by a 10% multiplier of your Cascade. So I don't think it's, Jules, it's not 1.01, is it? I thought it was 1.1. It's 1.1x.
Well, with Janeway's being 10%, yes. So you don't have any other isolate damage
that's
coming from your Bortus in this particular scenario. You
correct.
only have the
Right.
10% from Janeway, so you only see 10%. However, if you had burning on your Bortus,
Yeah.
or if you had one of the epic artifacts that gives you isolated damage versus armadas, you would have seen a multiplier that isn't just the additive of your isolytic. You'd see that times 10% on top of that be your cascade.
Yeah. So now here's actually what we're going to do, Wolfwood, just to kind of demonstrate the difference now. We're going to send this Bortus back home, okay? And we're going to swap that out for Miles. Because what Wolfwood says in the chat is, well, don't forget about your research, DJ. That's going to be higher than most. And I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that. But 80% of that is coming from 7 of 9. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put Miles on, all right? And we're going to take a look then. Obviously, we're going to get more shots, Jules. But the shots are likely to be a little bit smaller. All right? Oh, dailies check. Probably too late now, isn't it? Dailies check. You got like 10 seconds.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Oh, yep, I did them on. Woo! No, I didn't. Oh, those are just biominerals. I don't care. How did I miss one freebooter today? Must have been distracted by 7 of 9. All right. So we're going to bring this back home. I suspect what I feel like we're going to see here. Well, see, it's not just 7 of 9's crit damage. You're also going to lose 30% of shots from Chakotay too, aren't you? Ooh. Jules, what do you think is going to hit harder? Hey, is Stewie's battle log parser up to date? I don't know if it's up to date for this. Dang.
So you didn't post it publicly.
Mimi says it's not actually going to make much difference for a Bortus because 1.7 is going to round to 2, which is true. No, it won't. No. So what I'm saying is with 7 of 9, I'm going to get 2 shots. But with Miles, it's going to go up 2.7, so it would go to 3 shots. It'd go to 3 shots. So, yeah, because you got to remember, we're adding another 100% from Miles, assuming that he holds his proc. So, we are going to do a solo armada. That's going to be a much better test. I agree. But here, just for kind of baseline comparison, let's do this test also, and then we're going to go run some solos. Good God. I maxed a jelly, and I still finished 15th in my ship upgrade event. Look at that, guys. I maxed the jelly! Still came in 15th place. All right, so, Jules, this is an interesting hypothetical. Me personally, I think Miles is going to do a little bit better. Oh, my God, I forgot to say some thank yous. Here, let me do this real quick. Oh, gosh, I'm an hour behind. I am so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. Mitt, Strangler, thank you for your resub at Tier 1. I'm so sorry. Sheppy, welcome to the channel. Thanks for the follow. Isaac, 12 months at Tier 1. Happy anniversary, buddy. Appreciate you. Happy anniversary to you. Commander Green, 11-month resub at Tier 1. Thank you for converting your Prime over to a Tier 1 sub. Thank you. Duke, 12-month resub at Tier 1. Mr. Ron, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Keith, 3 months at Tier 1. Thank you. Dirty Bird Bill, 11 months at Tier 1. Thank you. Wardod, 15 months at Tier 1. I love you, buddy. Thank you. Jayhawk, 12 months at Tier 1. Thank you guys so very, very much. Are there a bunch of hydrates in here too? I'm so sorry. Well, how did we miss that? We were just chatting, and then I just lost. I stopped reading anything on the computer screen. I am so sorry. How many? Oh, we got 5 hydrates. Okay, I'll do that. Mitt, Shadowed Fox, Paviala, Stony Dude, and Shadowed Fox again. Thank you guys for your hydrates. Appreciate it. All right, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, that's all that was hiding out in there. All right, let's start another one of these real quick, and then we're gonna go start. We're gonna go do some solos, and we're not gonna use any boost, Jules, but we're gonna punch real high because this crew is supposed to be able to do it. All right, we're gonna punch up something stupid, and we're gonna see what happens.
You're going to do epic burial ship armadas?
No. You told me to go do a solo crew. Are there epics?
I know.
Is there such a thing as an epic?
Just ignore that I said that.
Oh, okay. All right.
You don't want to spend your epic directives on that.
I mean, for science. Have I maxed Tom Paris? No, I haven't yet. As a matter of fact, I was focused a little bit more on Belana Torres. I've got Paris to tier 3, although I haven't leveled him yet. He's tier 3, and I took Belana to tier 4, but I haven't leveled her yet either. Here's she. She's at tier 4, and I haven't leveled her. Where's Neelix? I haven't bought him yet. He's still down here. I haven't done anything with Neelix yet. My tier on Janeway is obviously just 1. That's all it could be. My tier on Chakotay, gosh, I can't remember if he's 2 or 3. His sourcing was so good. Yeah, he's tier 3. I got him to tier 3, although I haven't leveled him up either. He's only level 11. So I probably might want to do that for some stats. All right. Vic. I mean, unfortunately, it's only 3 shards. But yes, the BLT Gold Special and the event store, absolutely, hands down. Unfortunately, it's only 3 shards. But, I mean, actually, no, I take that back. It's 6 shards for the price of 3. But, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, go do that. All right. Oh, is it a double XP event? Well, that's perfect timing. Let's take a quick peek here. Double XP event. Very nice. Very nice. So, yeah, we'll level all these up here in a moment. Gamer says, wondering if I should use event store loot on Paris, Torres, or something else. Yes, and no. Jules, what's the most important? Whew. I think Torres.
Unlocking Paris, maxing Torres.
You're doing what?
I am telling my team to unlock Tom Paris and then max Torres.
Just the unlock?
At least, I mean, don't leave him on the table without unlocking him.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
If you're going to participate in ticketed defense, you'll get him almost near an unlock, and a little bit of event store loot will finish you off. And that's what I'm making sure people do. Not many of my people have actually purchased Tom Paris, so I'm just trying to explain to them why just having him at all would be good. He is the Bev Crusher for below decks.
All right. So Miles was most certainly better. All right. We killed it in 1 round, Jules. Our crits were smaller, but we got extra shots, which is obviously the point. And we did get Miles to proc in the first round. So obviously Chakotay procced, Miles procced as well. So we were going into this thing with 3 shots as compared to 2 that we had before against a tier 1 7 of 9. All right. So now you can see, though, of course, our critical was smaller. But, Jules, it wasn't so much smaller that an extra shot didn't make up for it. All right? Especially if that extra shot could end up being a crit, or we got some isolytic in there. So as far as one singular crew, it does look as though Chakotay, Janeway, Miles is still the beastiest output. But I like Jules' thought.
So how I think it's going to depend on how much critical damage you had to begin with. For DJs, he had roughly 320%. Adding 80% would make it 400%, which gives him an additional 0.8. So 8% increase total damage output. I think I've got that correct.
No, it'd be a little bit more than that. If I had 300 well, here, let's just do this. Let's just pretend my normal shot was 1 million, and I'm getting 3.2 that. So 3.2 as compared to a 4 million shot, I get 800,000. 800,000 divided by 3.2 million is 25% net increase.
Right. So actually, that makes sense. Your 7 of 9 would actually be more impactful than Janeway at its current tier.
Oh.
So Hal has a really good point.
Oh.
You should have put 7 of 9 instead of Janeway.
I see what you're saying. Chakotay 7. Let's get rid of our third wheel and have us a nice little love affair, and then Miles just, go watch the door, right?
It'll be the third wheel.
Very nice.
The armada that you were hitting, what was it mitigating at? Your shots. How much was its mitigation?
Well, this is
right.
How much was its
How would that
mitigation?
matter between 7 and Janeway? Because they're both increasing damage. They're not going to deal with the enemy's mitigation at all.
Because the reason I'm asking is because it mitigates regular shots, okay, but it can't really mitigate. It doesn't mitigate the ice.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Right.
if it's mitigating high, right, then having Janeway with her isolytic is much more impactful than anything. It could be worth
It's
maybe
more
even
net damage.
Well, you're absolutely right. In this case, this armada was only mitigating me at 30%, so the extra shots are better. But you're absolutely right. If that armada's mitigating me at, 50, 60%, I think that would be the break even, right? If I'm getting 25% more net damage, but it's mitigating 60% of that, then what becomes the break even point?
It sounds like a math problem that I will solve before tomorrow's podcast.
There you go.
off the top of my head, I would say it's 65% or close.
I was thinking 60, honestly. Yeah, I was thinking 60.
If you're trying to do this as a punch-up crew, you've got to assume that the armada you're going against is going to probably mitigate you pretty hard.
Okay, brilliant. Let's test it, Jules. All right, guys, this is what we want to see right here. We're going big. Go big or go home, right? We're going to start with Chakotay Janeway 7. That's what we feel like is best. We're going to take Hugh out of here because he doesn't work on armadas. We're going to add Belana Torres. I need that hull breach. We're going to keep Odo. I'm going to keep Harry Kim because I'd like that morale from
What about Tom Paris for mitigation?
That's right. Uh-oh. All right, so that Odo's got to come off. Got to get Tom Paris in there. He's vital. Okay? Now, just in case, listen, this is a very new crew. A lot of us don't have a lot of stats down there, do we? So we're going to load up a ship that has a bunch of stuff, a bunch of open stuff down here, and we're gonna fill it up. We're gonna fill it up with other stuff. Let's throw that one in there. That looks good. Okay, that looks good. I believe 70,000. Is that what I need? 70,000. Yeah, we're good. All right. Okay. I do not have Command Center 40, but what does Kim do? Remind me. He's going to give me some morale, right? What am I flying? I'm flying an Explorer. And does that give us an impact? Sure does.
Well, depends on your artifact.
Sure does. That one is Captain Proton's blaster. I'm getting 5% boost just by having him on there. And technically, It's 5.5% because I've got Janeway on there too. Okay?
With
That
morale.
is,
Yeah.
that's Cascade. Okay? So I'm going to get 5%
Not only
without
that,
morale. Huh?
But it's isolytic damage. Not only that, but it's isolytic damage, so it doesn't go through mitigation. So if they're mitigating at 70%, then that effectively is multiply that by 5, and that's your effective hull damage. That 5% increase looks like a 25% increase to hull damage without it.
Yeah, I can see that. Let's see. That's defense, so we don't have to worry about that. And that's it. That's all I got. So, yeah, that's really the only one. Jules, have we determined that the Resican Flute works against Armadas, or is it just Reds? Well, good test. We're going to test it right here.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, can't confirm.
We're
Can't
gonna
confirm or deny. Well, actually, you just tested it with Janeway on the Bortus against the Ice Armada.
It was just 10. It was just 10.
Yes,
So, yeah,
the Sark Armada. Yeah, so it didn't count.
All right. So if we're going to run Captain Janeway or Chakotay, Janeway, Miles, my next best ship is going to be my Tribby. That Tribby is going to run Cisco. We're going to run Cisco, Bashir, and Giorgio. Why Giorgio there? Why Giorgio on this one?
Because you need burning.
I need burning. Why do I need burning?
Because you haven't bought Neelix yet.
All right, that's PvP, so we're not going to throw her up there. Let's see, what else do we have? Hugh isn't going to work here. Oh, we can throw Odo back there. And you know what? We'll throw Hammer up there. And you know what? We'll put Tendi up there. And you know what else? We'll throw Beckett up there. And sure, why not Brad Boimler too? Okay, boom. Lots of lower deckers there. Okay, third ship. Third ship is going to be the Corey. All right, and down here, what's the last Armada crew that we got? It's going to, unfortunately, be a 5-6. And I say unfortunately because it would be nice to have that on your best loot ship. But we also want the big firepower, at least at this point. Now, let me ask this question, Jules. We've got this Coronar at $54 million, but we also have a Pilum, $5 million down, but good kinetic DPR. What do you like here, Jules? Is power everything, or do we want to kind of keep in mind what our shots are looking like? We know Lorca has to be on this ship. Okay? Lorca's got to be here. At least until what? Until what?
Until you max Torres.
Until Torres is tier 5. She's only tier 4, so I got to stay tier 5. So we're going to go 5, 6, Lorca on this ship. And then below deck, I don't know that we've really got anybody left.
So this is your weakest ship. Why do you want it to throw the biggest punches? Why not use the Coronar that may have a little bit more survivability?
That's what I was thinking. I mean, the Pilum. I mean, the Corey's only 5 million stronger than the Pilum, but the Pilum has big kinetics, right?
Well, also keep in mind that you're putting 5 on this ship. It already has a loot crew bonus because of it being
So
a G4
bit,
rare.
Yeah, a little bit more power.
Maybe a little more of the loot share is going to be more important at this point because you're splitting hairs between two similarly powered ships.
All right. You guys choose. Are we doing a Borg or are we going to do a Jem'Hadar? You guys get to choose. I'll let you pick, and I'm not even going to change my commander. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you. Then my commander is Kirk, so we're not going to get any boost there. I am not going to take a Cerritos. I will not take any Titan. I will not take any Defiant. We are going to do this nakedly. And the people are saying Jem'Hadar. So let's hop on up. And you know what? Normally, this is where I go. The 56 through the 58s, Jules. But not today. Not today. We're going to go try a 58, or should we actually try 60? What the hell? Let's do it. This is
Come on, it's a punch-up crew.
That's right. This is supposed to be the bee's knees. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to try a level 60 uncommon Vanguard.
So just as a benchmark for the viewers, when's the last time you tried this, and what did you need to actually defeat it?
I needed everything. All of it. I actually took the Pilum instead so I could cloak it. I did max fortification with a Titan. I did double Cerritos and double Defiant.
Okay, so that's the benchmark, and you're going to go in here with nothing.
I didn't use any exos. All right, I didn't use any exos, but I did use double boosts, max fortification, double boost, and one cloak. I did finish. I'm good. I'm crewed. I got everything crewed the way I need it to be. All right. Do you guys now want to gamble your toy mice? Yeah, Jules. I smell something interesting cooking. For the record, I'm not 1,000% confident. Just throwing that out there.
I'm nervous for you too.
I am nervous. I don't
know where to put my toy mice.
All right. Level 60 uncommon Vanguard. No
I think
boost.
I full bought this.
No boost with 7 of 9. All right, guys. 2 minutes are on the clock. Oh. All right, there you go. 2 minutes are on the clock. Level 60 uncommon Vanguard, no boost with 7 of 9. Death or victory is mine.
Take or death.
Oh boy, this does make me nervous. I ain't gonna lie.
For those who know Eddie Izzard.
There's our Vanguard. A level 60 uncommon, 1.3 billion in power. Wait a second. We didn't load 7 of 9, Jules. We've got Chakotay Janeway Miles.
Oh boy.
All right, hang on. So wait a second. We've got to redesign this crew. We said with 7 of 9, so it's got to be Chakotay Janeway 7, right?
What was your second ship?
Second ship was Tribby with Cisco Bashir Giorgio. And then third is 5-6.
Cisco Miles Giorgio.
Yeah, it'd be Cisco Miles Giorgio if we put 7 of 9 here. Wildstar says, I saw that and was laughing at you. Well, you know what? We might as well try it with this crew. We'll be able to see what's better. I'm still going to wait for the gambling to close. I'm going to wait for the gambling to close.
I just put 100,000 toy mice thinking that 7 was on this thing.
Well, no. I'm not going to judge it on this. We will come back with the 7 crew. But we might as well test this too, just to see if it's good or not, right?
All right. No, you know what? No. It could be a good benchmark.
Yeah, no. I think I want to do the 7 test first, because then I'll let you guys bet toy mice again whether or not Miles is better. Yeah, we'll gamble both.
All right.
Yeah, let's gamble them both. I'll summon back. That way we don't have to wait. All right, so let's summon these guys back home. We'll flip-flop them around. All right, and we'll bring this back up here. So the vote is closed now. We are going to run 7 of 9. Wow, and with 7 of 9, even then, Jules, 56% of the people think that 7 of 9, or 56% of the vote, rather, with Jules being a third of it, believe that 7 of 9 will be enough to kill this Vanguard. So, let's check it out. We're going to do miles here, right there, boom, 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 and we're going to confirm that. We're going to come over here, and we're going to add 7 of 9. There she is. Oh, and real quick, this is not going to upset anybody, right? We said it was a double ship event. I'm going to level my officers real quick. Doesn't change. I'm not going to promote anybody. It won't change abilities. I'm just going to get my stats, right? You good with that? Or you want to run it as is? Yeah. Okay, Mimi says good. Okay. Punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch. Punch, punch, punch. Okay. There's Chakotay. I think everybody else is pretty much up. Yep. Tier 1 Janeway. Level 5, 7. We'll do her levels. She's already promoted Tier 4. She looks so unamused. You know, really, truthfully, her artwork's pretty good, too. She got good artwork. Okay. Tom Paris. I got to level him. This is just giving me my ship bonuses, guys. That's all. Which I would have gotten anyway because I was using the stat bug. So it doesn't really matter now. And Harry Kim, he's already leveled. Okay, so I believe we're ready to go. Okay, so there we go. There's that. I think everybody over here is good. Yep. O'Brien's max. Cisco's tier 4. Giorgio's maxed. All right. We're ready to go back. Let's go back. So this is the crew. This is the first test you guys wanted to see. Here is a level 60 Jem'Hadar Vanguard. Jules, 90 seconds are on the clock. And honest to God, the stupidest feeling of like butterflies in my stomach just now hit me. Guys?
Yeah. You know what's going to help? Face melting.
Face melting. I need that hype. I need that hype. 70 seconds are on the clock. Let's go with that chat hype. Let's go. Woo. Oh, shake it out. Here we go. Shake it out. Shake it out. Woo. 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 I am so oddly nervous about this. This is a huge target, Jules. Oh, my God. All right, let's go. 10 seconds are on the clock, everybody. To infinity and beyond. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Holy God! What? Oh! Oh!
Can't quite see your whole health remaining there.
Oh my God! Damn, 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 damn. All right, you got, woo. Blah. All right, here's the battle log.
I'm so positive. I'm full of positive energy.
We had, crazy enough, about 55% left on the Tribune, The Corvus barely survived. 5%.
That's a big one right there.
That's impressively large. 5% or less. The Coronar got taken out. We came home with 6.5 million uncommon
I am so
loot.
positive. I'm full of positive energy.
Ooh, woof. All right, now, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do.
Which sadly is not enough for one chest.
No, it's not. Now, here's what we're going to do, guys, because that was stupidly massive. This deserves further analytics. Don't you agree? I agree. So we're going to download this. We're going to upload it to Stewie Doo's Officer Tool. All right, this is going to be 7 of 9 versus Vanguard 60. Uncommon. Naked. 7 of 9 was naked. All right, we're... Who? Now, let me get this thing uploaded to my Google Drive. Stand by. Stand by.
While you're doing that, why don't you wipe the sweat off your face and then change your hat?
Yeah, I can do that because
butts.
holy cow, I legit am sweating right now. Okay, battle log tool is up. Yo, Putz, what hat would you like? Up too far. Putz, what hat would you like, man? You can pick a hat. Pick a hat, any hat. We need the books and the nerdy glasses. You got it? Nerd Kitty is here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's upload this log. Let's take a quick peek, Jules, at some very, very interesting data. 7 of 9 versus Vanguard 60, uncommon, naked. Let's load her up. Shout out Stewie Doo. I freaking love this tool. Wait, why does that say defeat? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. These logs are different. Well, we're out. We're out. They've changed the format of the log again. You know, Jules, I swear. You know, poor Stewie. They literally, you know, this is like the 4th or 5th month in a row they've changed the format of the logs. Poor guy. All right, we'll try Spock's Club. Spox.club. All right, drag and drop. All right. Okay, here we go. You guys are going to have to help me a little bit on this one because I haven't used this one for a minute. All right.
Yeah, even this one says you lost it.
So his isn't updated either. Yeah, the officers aren't loading. They've changed the format again. We might get some data out of here, though. But see, I didn't die. Oh, you're saying the logs say I die because they're not accounting for 7 of 9. And without her data, the math says I lose. Well, no, she's in here. They've changed the format. Look here. The flagship is showing... No, that's right. The Coronar did die.
Maybe they're seeing the defeat from the flagship's perspective.
Yeah, maybe. So let's continue on. Now, what we are seeing, the Corvus got off 104 shots. The Tribune got off 150. But also, the Corvus just had bad RNG. Corvus took 50% more shots, which is probably why the Tribune had more hull. All right. The Corey took 14 shots, but obviously isn't as strong as the battleship, so that's why it died. But the good news is it stayed alive through round 9, which means we had hull breach likely for the entire battle. Okay. which is a very good thing. Now, I'll tell you, Jules, if we had died any earlier, that could have gone very differently without hull breach. All right? Now, we take a look at the shots fired. 104 with Chakotay, 150 with the Tribby. Why would that be? It's not just Miles, is it?
Your Tribune ship ability.
It's the Tribune ship ability, which is why Giorgio has to be there. Okay? Miles and burning combined with the ship ability, you're still getting extra shots over here with Chakotay. Now, I'll tell you, if you ran Chakotay and Miles together with 7.
So wait, before you decide between 7 and Janeway, look at the mitigation. Let's think about what Putt said. If the mitigation is below 60% putts, then maybe he should be running Janeway instead.
Well, here's what we're looking at as far as damage done. So
it only mitigated 56% of your Corvus's shots. So it looks like it's a toss-up whether you have Janeway or 7 in there.
It's a little more than... Oh, yeah, right here, 58%. So, yeah, it's right at about the 60% mark. Now, we could look at the isolytic here because we did fly Janeway. So we did 260. That, guys, I'm telling you, man, isolytic. It's no joke. We are early, and it's no joke. Look, Jules, my ship. Okay, so right here, hull and shield, right? That's what we would look at. Hull and shield. 1.27 billion damage. Almost 20% of that. 18% of that was isolytic. You know, I wonder. Yeah, so hull and shield here, they must have isolytic included. Because look here, you have total damage, mitigated damage. Okay, you know what? Let's check this out. This is 1-2-3-8-1-7-5-6-1. That was total damage minus mitigated minus hull minus shield. Yes. All right. So total damage is standard damage. But the hull damage and shield damage here, Jules, that is including the isolytic portion.
Right.
I'm double checking.
Because it bypasses mitigated, goes straight to hull and shield.
Yeah, well, I had a typo in there somewhere. But yes, so total damage is standard. Isolytic is added to total damage. And then the hull and shield do reflect the amount of isolytic that hit. All right? So unmitigated damage, Joker, unmitigated damage is the sum of shield and hull. Okay? This right here. That was unmitigated damage. Now, what we could also determine is how much of our standard damage, which was mitigated right here, slightly over half. Well, we already know, 58%. 58%. And that's from having Janeway. Combined with artifacts, combined with, we had morale over there. We can see on the Tribune not having Janeway, but we still had burning on a battleship. So we still got isolytic effect over there, but without Janeway, it was far less. That's right, Divine. All ships did. Why would that be? Why would all ships be throwing isolytic? Except the Coronar didn't. Why did the Coronar not, Jules? Which, by the way, now we know that that artifact is only hostiles.
Because the Coronar didn't have morale.
That's right. Coronar did not have morale. There's no isolytic here on the Coronar. It did not have morale, which does prove that that artifact is hostiles only. All right, so, all right. This is great. What a great test. All right, Jules, let's send him home. Let's repair.
Now, there's also the Malkathian Spirits epic isolytic artifact that does do damage against armadas, but that is not being sourced regularly. So that's not going to be something that most people will have.
Which one is it?
The Malkathian Spirits. It's up. You got 19 out of 100 shards.
Am I missing it? Oh, right here.
Yeah,
right
most
here,
people will
yeah,
be missing it.
Yeah, I don't have it, so I'm 0, but it does increase isolytic damage against armadas, but yeah.
Exactly.
So that one would work, but I don't have it. Show mitigation of the Corvus. All right, so damage taken. Mitigation 70. Oh, wait, of the Corvus? Oof, only 41%. And that's because Tom Paris ain't maxed. And I didn't have great stats on that ship. It's a young crew, mostly low level. All right, we'll see it here in 1 minute. We didn't have a lot of stats because we were focused on abilities.
The stat bug that helps with your ship ability isn't going to help with officers that use that stat. So if you need, for instance, Tom Paris to be fed by defensive stats, you may need to use the other below deck slots to feed that defense to Tom Paris to get more mitigation.
On the other hand, I mean, we did take a G4 rare and a G4 epic and kill a level 60 Vanguard. On the other hand, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you punched up.
That was pretty big punch up, guys. The fact that I mitigated at 42% with no mitigation is not actually wildly terrible. Okay, like that's not, like, let's scan this. Let's take a quick peek at these stats here, Jules. I'm sure they're ridiculous. Defensive stats, 7 million, 8.6 million, 6 million. These are statistics, guys. 7, 8, and 6 million in statistics. Well, and it is an expensive repair. That's true. But, I mean, I kind of expect that if I'm going up, if I'm trying to punch up, I expect that repair. I'll tell you this, was it more or less expensive than killing a Vanguard, getting the same loot, but costing myself double Cerritos, double Defiant, a max fortification, and 1 cloak? What was more expensive? You know what I'm saying?
I think especially when you're considering doing an Armada event, you can't possibly use all of the boost, so you don't want to punch down and sacrifice loot. So this makes sense to have an outlet to still hit the targets you want to hit.
So we are going to sub Miles out here. We're going to leave 7.
So while you recrew, I'm just going to answer questions. Chat, Arcs 7 driver. What the stat bug actually helps with is hitting your specific ship crew stat bonuses. What you can see as he's recrewing on the side there are, if you have attack, defense, and health stats up to a certain level, you get a certain bonus for your ships. However, if you can't hit those, use the grayed out slots that exist, put in extra officers in there, and then you will actually be able to hit those bonuses. This has been verified in many different tests that it works. It will not feed officers that need that ability, nor will, if you put below deck officer abilities in those grayed out slots, will they function. However, it will help get your ship bonuses up, which is helpful. Not 100% necessary for high level players, but it is definitely going to help more than not help.
You're welcome, Shannara. Yeah, so you guys see, I was kind of illustrating as he was talking. You guys can see here as far as like the ship bonuses that were received, et cetera, et cetera. Even though the ship screen says that I don't have those because I don't have the stats. Now, this is what we were talking about. Tom Paris, I've got 3 rare officers in my only lower deck slots, and they're not maxed. He is using defense. Defense is my strongest category, but it's only 45,000. If I took... Now, you know what? We could remove Balana here because we got Lorca, and he survived. So let's take our strongest defense officer. And we can almost double those stats. We're going to try that, Jules. And we'll check our mitigation because as far as the bridge goes, we've changed nothing with mitigation. We've only changed our output of shots. So we can test 2 things here. We can see how our mitigation is affected, and we can also see if that mitigation was strong enough to really influence the shots or if Miles was enough to carry it on his own. Then we're going to come back over here. We're going to run Cisco, Bashir, right?
Yeah, that's what you had.
And we're going to leave 7 of 9 out of the equation, right?
I guess this may change if a player in your same circumstance wanted to take Neelix to a few extra tiers. They could drop Giorgio in exchange for 7 in this particular setup.
Yeah. Although
Or if they weren't.
I was going to say, at that point...
Or if they're not flying a tribute. But there's very few people flying a tribute.
At that point, take Miles and 7. Right? Like, you can fly them both. The only reason, you're absolutely right, Jules. The reason that I can't just automatically fit them both in is because I do need burning here. You know? So Neelix under here would free that spot up and allow me to put Miles over here so that I could put 7 of 9 over here. And then I'm getting double shots off of 2 ships. So, yeah, that would be very, very important. Further, I could come down here to this ship, which is my smallest, so I wouldn't necessarily want to put Miles down here, but I could also move BLT under deck, get rid of Lorca, and put something else here. That's a great question. What do you put here? I know what you put there. You put Khan there. Right? Because this ship doesn't have a crit build. It doesn't have anything for building crits. It doesn't have Cisco. It doesn't have Chakotay. So you're going to go back to the good old-fashioned OG crew, Jules. You get rid of Lorca, you could go 5-6 Khan. And then you get rid of Giorgio, and you could go Cisco, Miles, Bashir, and have Neelix under deck. And then over here, you go Chakotay, Janeway 7 with Tom Paris under deck. And that way you've got mitigation on every crew. You've got offensive abilities on every crew. Oh, I'm telling you, it's lights out, buddy. Lights out. Ooh-wee, woo-wee. All right.
Don't worry, Griffin. I'm sure Blue will make a chart.
All right, so we got to bring Lorca back. We got to bring Lorca back for now.
It's kind of crazy that 5-6 Con is now your third Armada crew.
I mean, it's always been insane, you know? I mean, it's... Now, for the record, you'll notice I'm not using Defiant, okay? If you were using Defiant, I'm probably going to recommend something different. I'll probably still go back to pick Bev Eurydice, all right? But I'm not flying Defiant against these things, and why might that be? That might be because I'm getting more oomph. I'm getting more firepower out of my Coronar, and really all the Defiant is doing for me is earning me edicts as far as the bonuses go. Well, I've got edicts for years. I got edicts for years, so I'm not worried about that. If I want the boost, it doesn't have to be in the Armada. I could still bring it. All right?
And to Chris's point, your Coronar actually lasted 9 out of 10 rounds.
I
so
know.
You didn't actually need Eurydice in there to last you any longer.
No, not on the
It did its
Corey.
job.
Not on the Corey. I was saying if I brought a Defiant, I would maybe consider putting PBE in there. But not on the Corey. The Corey was strong enough. Corey is tier 8, I believe. Yeah, Corey is tier 8. Okay? The Corey is tier 8.
Hey, while you're flying, what about that pole?
What about what?
What about the pole that you finished up?
Jules wants his mice, everybody.
I want my mice. Give me my payout.
All right, there you go. Victory is mine. So we're going to choose the outcome, and congratulations, mice have now been paid. Jules Verne hooking up with 78,000 toy mice. I kill you with almost 40,000 toy mice. Very, very nice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you like to play again? This time, Jules, maybe the bet is not whether or not we live or die, but whether or not this crew will outperform the first crew.
Based
Okay.
on what metric? Whole health remaining of all 3 ships?
I think that would be fair, is whole health remaining, because if we have better hull health, then in all likelihood we killed it faster, right? Or mitigated more.
See, number of rounds would be difficult.
Number of
Because it could
rounds
be a
is
tighter.
number of rounds
Yeah,
is
it's not
not.
rounds.
Number of rounds is not the best metric to use here. I do think hull damage is probably the best metric. Okay? I think hull damage is the best metric to use here. And I will give the disclaimer that if it is within what, Jules? If it's within 5% of each other, we'll toss that one up to RNG and we'll refund everybody's toy mice. Would that be fair?
That sounds good.
If it's that close. Because I don't want 1 critical or 2 criticals to cost somebody. So we'll say if it's within 5% of one another, we'll basically call it even and I'll refund everybody's toy mice. Is that fair? All right. So, new prediction. Is the 7 crew superior to the Miles stack? Okay, is that a fair way to do it? Because this time we're using the Miles stacked with Chakotay. So we'll call it the Miles stack, and the first test was the 7 crew. Is the 7 crew superior to the Miles stack? Affirmative. Or trying to think of fun 7 of 9 quotes over the years. Give me a good 7 of 9 quote for no. Hell no. Absolutely not. Get the hell out of here. Negative sounds boring. Yeah, there you go. You are in error. I like that one. Thank you. That's a good one. All right. Yes. Oh, that's even better. You will fail. How many times did she say that? That is good. Thank you, Wildstar. That is a good one. You will fail. All right. The prediction is up. 2 minutes on the clock. You guys have an opportunity to vote now. Is the 7 crew superior to the Miles stack? The ships are in the system. Our target has been selected. Ooh, that one. More loot. More loot. Now our target's been selected, Jules. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. Ooh, Jules, they think the 7 crew is going to do better than this Miles stack. See, I don't know, man. I would actually, me personally, I kind of think Miles with the extra shots on the Corvus being the biggest ship, I think it'll kill it faster. But I don't know.
You're probably right, but the Tribune with the Miles, the burning, like, it just does weird things.
I know.
That a lot of their ships don't do, and it's really hard to predict.
Yeah, that's
now,
ship ability.
Now that your vote swapped, people think you're going to fail now.
Oh God. Well, I wasn't trying to influence the vote. I'm just saying, without Miles over here, now you still get more shots, right? The ship ability and burning is still going to get more shots. I think the shots from the Corvus are bigger than the shots from the Tribby, but we're still getting extra shots from the Tribby. We're actually going to get those same shots now from the Corvus, with the Corvus being a higher damage output ship. Ooh, man, this is a tough one. Is the Tribune ability always plus 1 shot per weapon? No. No, it's not. At my tier, it's plus 4 per weapon. That's what I'm saying. I'm not losing that many shots by moving Miles. Technically, I'm still going to get the same number of shots, but the shots are going to be bigger. Well, Jules, this is very close. 49 to 51%. With the odds leaning that the 7 crew will perform poorer than the Miles stack, which honestly, that's where I am as well. If I were voting, that's where I would have voted. All right. 90 seconds are on the clock, Jules. Let's test the Miles stack as compared to the 7 of 9 crew.
He needs some hype.
Ooh, boy. Oh, boy. 10 seconds, Jules. Here we go. The big moment. Is 7 of 9 worth 450,000 materials? Let's go. Oh, close. Oh! Oh! All right. Now, I do want to point out, there is one fair thing that we got to point out here, Jules, is that my entire Voyager crew is low tier. My entire DS9 crew is maxed. Okay? I also want to point out that there is a very, very good way to still use her, especially if we can start shifting stuff under deck. Okay? If we can start shifting stuff under deck. I am not ready to write off 7 yet because of this. I'm looking for it. Hang on. I am not writing 7 off yet because of this. The critical hit damage as you tier her up, even tier 3. I mean, tier 3, tier 4, and tier 5 are stupid insane. And I'm here to tell you, even there, even at tier, I don't know, what do you think I kill you? 3, maybe 4? She will probably become vastly superior. Especially, hey, don't we have a below deck officer for... Do we have a below deck officer for crit chance? Odo is damage, right?
Crit chance versus armadas, no.
Not versus
Q
armadas.
is for hostiles.
Q is hostiles, and Odo is damage, right?
Correct.
All right, so you know what'll make this thing insane is a Hue for armadas.
Well, that's what Defiant and Cerritos and Titan are.
Very true. All right, which one? Okay,
I
all right,
think
hang on.
you've proved 7's effectiveness. The problem is that you have a tribute.
Yes, and so here's what we're gonna do.
7
We're
would have
not
been
done.
effective in place of Dorjo, hands down.
She was effective. Now here's what we're gonna do. You got it, Paulo. We're gonna go back to the 7 crew. This was Miles Stack. Now, we're going to go back to the 7 crew here in just a second. And we are going to bring a Defiant. And we're going to get the Corvus's crit chance up. Now, before we do that, though, I do want to come back over here.
You know, your crit chance in the first battle log was pretty high. It was like, what, 2.2 trillion over 2.3? You didn't have much left.
It was 75%. 75% from the Corvus, 78% from the Tribby. Okay?
I mean, your total damage from crits versus your total damage, it's almost insignificant what was left over.
That's true. Chakotay is the crit chance officer. I wasn't even thinking about that, Berlin. You're 1,000% right.
So it's funny enough that your coroner that had Khan on there still only at 25%. If anything, you'd use your Defiant on that.
It still lasted 9 rounds, though, which is incredible. Oh, wait, this is not the right damn battle log. Hang on, I got to save it. This was the 7.
That was your 7. Yeah, that was your 7 crew. This is what we're talking about. You're talking about the 7 crew and how you're going to amplify the 7.
Well, I'd like to see... All right, so how are we going to amplify 7? I mean, yeah, you're right. She still critted 75%. That was presumably because of Chakotay. Oh, yeah, look. He triggered 23 times in 10 rounds, which means my crit build on him was probably close to 48% per round. And it would have lasted for 2 rounds. Actually, you know what? It's kind of crazy. My crit chance wasn't a little bit higher, to be honest with you. That's a lot of procs. But that doesn't matter. It's how many times we throw a shot at the Armada. And it's going to be based on weapons. So you got to check the Corvus firing pattern. The Corvus firing pattern is not little. There it is.
That's funny. I was commenting on what Jules said to me in chat. I just blew up on a uncommon Armada because I messed up and sent the Augur with my Enterprise crew instead of the Enterprise.
Oh, yep, that'll do that. All right, so all right, Toy Mice are paid. All right, so let's look at this other log. Here we go. Here's the miles stack coming in, and then we can kind of take a quick peek. All right, battle summary. Oh, dude. My total shot output. Now look here. We killed it faster. But I lost over 100 shots on the Tribune. You know why? Same thing I was just saying. It's because the shots on the Corvus were bigger. 7 of 9. All right, let's compare these two logs. From
So I'm curious because you have 3 ships at 3 different power levels. I'm wondering maybe what your recommendation would be for people who have 2 ships at the same power level or even 3 ships at the same power level. How would you distribute these crews separately to kind of support that type of setup?
Well, here's the thing. I think most people probably don't have 3 even ships, right?
Maybe they have 2 if they built 2 G4 uncommons or 2 G4 rares or wherever they're at, even 2 G3 epics. Then we may see more likely that people will have 2 of the same tier because that's been generally the recommendation from content creators since Solar Models came out.
Was to start building a few extra ships, yeah.
Or just at least have 2 at each power level, plus your specialty ship to kind of finish you off. So, well, I mean, how would you set up at least your 2 strongest with the new crews that we've got?
Well, that probably depends on a little bit of tier, right? Because look here, we've got a side-by-side comparison from Spock's Club. So I'm gonna hide the chat for just a second, guys, so we can see everything because this is great deep nerd stuff right here. All right, we've got the miles stack on the left. We've got 7 of 9 on the right. Obviously, the miles stack killed it faster. We went 8 rounds instead of 10. That was because, Jules, the Corvus threw an extra 33 shots from the miles stack. If we take a look at the total damage dealt, it was an extra 630 million damage. All right. Isolytic damage is not calculated on this page. It doesn't look like. So we'd have to go to a different page to find our isolytic. However, we can calculate our isolytic because we already know how it's adding up for it. So 4, 2, 6, 8, 9, 3, 3. Something's wrong. I must have typed something wrong. 5, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 3. There we go. So mitigated plus shield plus hull minus total isolytic. Oh, we knew that. Isolytic was 293 from the first one. So here's the 7 of 9. No, this was Well, that's about the same, isn't it? This is the miles stack. We got 293.
So you got 10% from the mile stack, yeah. Because you dropped Harry Kim out of that, right?
No, I dropped Odo. Pretty sure I left Harry Kim in there.
Well, it should show in the officer procs. If you just scroll down, it should show in the officer procs.
Here we go. I can't.
Yeah, so
There's
either he's not showing up in your abilities or he didn't proc at all.
Well, let's find out.
I do think, regardless, this is proof positive that more shots were better than more crit damage, because in the end, you still had more crit damage than you did with 7, because you had more shots.
Until that crit damage gets up enough to duplicate the shot, which she'll probably be able to do.
Well, that's just an easy total damage from crits. If those two things equaled, regardless of shot count, then 7 would have equaled miles. But in this particular case, in this side-by-side comparison, the miles stack definitely did better than the 7.
Dude, I don't see a single Kim proc. Did we take him off? I didn't think we took him off. Well, here, let's find out this way. I'll be damned. He is on Ship C. He just went the entire battle and didn't proc. Holy.
Typical Harry Kim.
Yeah, what are the freaking odds of that? All right, that's...
Well, if you've ever watched Voyager, that's pretty much accurate.
Make sure I'm not missing it here somewhere.
Lazy Harry.
Above deck or below deck?
Below deck.
Doesn't matter.
But he's 10%. If he's at tier 1, he's 10%, right? Below deck.
Well, you've got him at tier 3, right?
Not on Harry Kim, I don't think. Do I? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Let me check. Again.
That's why he didn't get a promotion.
Harry Kim.
Chance to apply.
Actually, let me do it by ship. Harry Kim. Hey, he's tier 3. Tier 3 at 30%, and he didn't get me a single proc in 8 rounds?
This is why you don't promote an ensign.
Lazy Harry! So, yes, straight up 10% is exactly correct, Jules. We never got morale, so we never got any extra from any other artifacts. Wow. So, that all being said, Isolytic was still higher, Jules, because we did more damage. We only did 230 million over here. We did 290 million over here. The target mitigated us the same both times. So let's look at our mitigation. Wow, look. Now, I will tell you this. Taking out Odo and adding in a defense officer. Remember, we increased we increased our defensive stats by almost 40,000. Okay? We increased our defensive stats by almost 40,000. You can see that's a 15% swing in mitigation as well. So that in itself also proves that it's probably a good idea with Tom Paris to at least throw one or two big defensive stat officers in there too. Now, correct, Amber says, I think tier of miles is playing a big role in this too. Yeah, my miles is maxed. Okay? My miles is maxed. So he is what? A 50%, right? 50% chance of increasing armadas by 100%. That's still only a 50-50 proc, but he lasts 3 rounds, so the odds are pretty good. Really, truthfully, Jules, your worst odds are in round 1. Then in round 2, it gets better, and then by the time you get to round 3, the chances of you ever losing that proc is very, very slim. As a matter of fact, you can see in 8 rounds, Miles O'Brien procced 5 times. Now, where can we see? How do I go back? Remove the log from comparison, and then how do I just go back to the? Miles.
Hey, geez,
stack.
I gotta run. This has been awesome. I love the nerdy stuff.
Thank
Best
you
of
very
luck the
much,
rest of your
Jules. I
night.
appreciate it. It is late. Holy cow, it's 1 o'clock. I need to go to bed too. What I wanted to look here and just see real quick, guys, is if Miles procced in round 1. There he is. Luck of the Irish did proc in round 1, which means we never lost it. Even though he didn't proc in round 2, he lasts 3 rounds. He did not proc in round 3, but we're still good. Round 4, we got the proc, so we never lost it. Round 5, no proc. Round 6, there's a new fresh proc. That means we're good for the duration of battle. We never lost it. Whew. It's pretty big. Now, I would like to maybe run one more. I want to put 7 back on. We're going to send these guys home. We're going to rerun the first test, but we're going to bring 1 Defiant. We're going to bring 1 Defiant, and we're going to boost the ship with... We're going to boost the ship with 7 of 9. Now, Failing says, doesn't it stack if it procs every round? You know, I think you might be right. Let me read that again. I think you're right. It's for 3 rounds. Yeah, it does stack. So let's go back to these shots. What we'll look at here is in round 1 where we got 1 proc, right? There's Miles O'Brien. So that was an officer ability. Now if we look at the attack from me on... Oh, I can't break it down by ship. Doesn't look like. So we're going to change this to just be the Corvus. See, I don't think this is working quite right either. We used to be able to break this down by ship. And I'm not seeing that now. I thought we could break that down by ship. And And we can't see which ship fired from this log. So yeah, we're not going to get that information on this one. Yeah, we're not going to get that on this particular screen. All right. So let's go back to our first test. We're going to try to enhance the lead ship with a single Defiant boost and see if we can get 7 of 9 equal to a max miles at tier 1. Because I am in agreement. If her boost was higher, then I think that she is massive, massive improvement. Or maybe 7 of 9 is just meant to be used with a Defiant. That would not be wildly surprising either. So let's put 7 of 9 back. We're going to leave our upgraded mitigation here for Tom Paris because that proved to be pretty important. We're going to come back over here. We're going to throw Miles back instead of Bashir. Leave Giorgio. And the Corey was fine the way it was. So let's send all these back now. And we're going to do a single Defiant boost. Looks like my Defiant can be upgraded. Ooh. It doesn't really matter. I'm not putting it in battle, so it doesn't really matter. Whatever. Okay. All right, let's send that up there. You know, Divine, I like that idea. Before we do the Defiant test, let's do that. That's actually a good call. Chakotay 7 miles. Leave Bashir on the auger. All right. Yep, I can get behind that. Janeway or Bashir on the auger? Crazy enough, I actually think you leave Bashir on the auger, the Tribby. I think you leave Bashir on the Tribby. That way you can get synergy over to Cisco. Denver, I think you're right on that. That's why I was kind of feeling like just double shots was going to be better in the very beginning. But, yeah, I like the idea of a Chakotay 7 miles and pulling Janeway. Janeway is giving you isolytic, but it's actually very small in comparison to extra shots. So that's actually brilliant. Let's go. We'll pull Janeway off. And we're going to throw Bashir back right here, and we're going to move Miles over to the Corvus. And we're going to do this without a Defiant boost. And we are going to leave Kim on there, so hopefully we get a little bit of isolytic. Hey! What you doing, Beck? Let's past your bedtime. All right. I think we're going to try that. Let's send that. Now, Denver, he's kind of leaning on team putts here. Because Janeway's shots are not going to be mitigated. And if we take a look at this log, if we go back to the 7 of 9 test, it was mitigating 60%. Wait, no, is that right? You know, this mitigation. Hang on. All right. So it was mitigating us at 56.23, meaning I only got 44.8, not even 43.8% through. A higher tier Janeway would be better, Denver. But at 10%, it's not enough. At 10%, I don't think it's enough. Because a double shot means I'd still get 40% through with isolytic.
But that double shot, you're also firing isolytic as well with that shot.
Well, that's
any
true.
Extra shots, you're also doing more isolytic as well.
So maybe you guys are right. Maybe the Miles
like a double
and
action.
7. Well, no. Oh, God, you're right. If we take 7, if we put Janeway here, then Miles, well, we already ran that test. Chakotay, Janeway, Miles, we did that.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, let's try this one. We're going to try this real quick. But, yeah, I think Denver's right. All right, I'm going to let you guys...
It's not so much extra damage. If you're doing an extra weapon shot, it's also... That extra weapon shot is also firing extra isolytic.
All right, we've been on almost 4 hours. I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to let you guys watch this. I'll be back in a second. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the litter box.
Be right back after these messages.
Stars tonight. Found myself a washing colored light. It felt like spirits had awakened me. This carnival of animals had taken me. They danced around me and they took my hand. Whispered, close your eyes and understand. And when I felt the change, it startled me. This carnival of animals is part of me, part of me, part of me, part of me, part of me. eyes and understand. When I felt the change, it startled me. This carnival of animals is part of me, part of me, part of me. Took a walk among the stars tonight. Found myself a washing color light. It felt like spirits had awakened me. This carnival of animals had taken me. They danced around me and they took my hand. Whispered, close your eyes and understand. When I felt the change, it startled me. This carnival of animals is part of me.
All right. Let's see. What happened? Let's take a quick peek. I don't even remember what crew we ran on this. We ran Chakotay, 7, and Miles. And crazy enough, it looks like we did pretty daggone good here. Maybe we found a hybrid here. All right, let's upload this thing. All right, here is the 7 of 9 Miles Hybrid 60 Uncommon Vanguard. And we're going to compare. Which one do you want to compare this one against? Do we want to compare this one against the 7? Let's compare this one against the Miles stack. And we'll do it from the perspective of the Corvus. Interesting. The Miles stack. Man, that is really, really close, guys. Miles stack did better in round 2 and 3, slightly better in round 1. The 7 Miles Hybrid did better in 4, 5, 6, and 7. Which is very interesting. All right, so here's the Miles stack. Miles
That could also depend on how often Miles propped, because he would stack for those 2 and 3 rounds if he propped.
He procced 5 times each. However, when he procced is important.
Yeah.
But he did proc 5 times each. It went 2 rounds longer without Janeway. So this is proving what Denver said, is that when you double the shots with Miles, Janeway is going to have a better effect on penetration as compared to 7 of 9 increase in critical damage. Our criticals were still 76%, which is good. Although, this is interesting. Oh, wait. Would this be because of the isolytic? Look, our damage output was actually higher on the 7 Miles Hybrid. This is very interesting.
So the damage output was higher without Janeway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to put in more damage because more of it was mitigated. If you have Janeway, you're not going to be putting out. You need to put out as much damage.
Yeah. It went 2 rounds longer without Janeway. So isolytic is the real deal here. Which, daggone it, that means that At tier 1, at least, 7 does not have a place on your lead ship. You'd want Chakotay, Miles, Janeway. Damn it. That's actually disappointing. Now, that could change at a higher tier. But right here at tier 1, Miles is better. Miles and Janeway combined are better. Let's compare. Let's add another one here. We're going to add the Miles. Let's see. Which one did we have? We have the 7 of 9 Miles hybrid. We got the Miles stack. And so let's add 7 of 9. And this one had Janeway. So yeah, on the gray one, we had Chakotay, Janeway, and 7. And if we look at damage done, see, now this is interesting to me. This is interesting. We did 1 billion less damage by the time we killed it. But it still went 2 rounds longer.
That just shows you that billion more damage, or the billion less damage, is what was not mitigated. However you look at it, right? You had to, without Janeway, you have to throw more.
We had Janeway on this one.
Oh, okay.
We had Chakotay, Janeway, 7. Oh, naturally, we threw less damage because we didn't have double shots, which is also why it was extra. No, by the way, no, all three of these are the Corvus, but you're right. The Corvus did less damage because the Tribune did more. So here, we can actually compare that. Let's switch all of these over to the Tribune and see how the Tribune did in comparison. So on the 7 Miles hybrid on the Corvus, we ran Cisco Bashir Georgiou. 10 rounds, 1.5 billion in damage. But when we had Miles on the Tribune, we got 1.8 billion in damage. So you're exactly right. The Tribune did more damage, which allowed the Corvus to do less. But it also resulted in a longer battle. Man, I wanted her to be better. Well,
here's the thing: we're just in Jemadar, right? And Borg armadas are shorter battles and rely more on crit. So maybe she's better there for another show.
Yeah, we'll have to do it on another night. I also want to look at her in like just some single one-ship armadas. I'd like to do like a Cisco Miles 6 maybe compared to a Chakotay Janeway 7. Zero Signal says, I think you're focused on the wrong area. I think she's primarily a PvP officer. And you know what? There's no doubt about her effect over in PvP. I mean, that's going to be big. But if we go back and look at these Corvus logs, we determined that Chakotay, Janeway, and Miles was the best of the 3. Yep. I concur. Chakotay, Miles, Janeway. Dang, Putz.
Sorry, math doesn't lie.
I know. But, Divine, we are going to test her against Borg, and we're going to have to do it on another night because I'm going to go to bed. I ain't gonna lie, the wind is slightly taken out of my sails right now. Scopely's not gonna be happy with me. All right. Monday night, we're going to test her against Borg. We're going to do a lot of very similar things. We'll do the testing against the Borg. We'll see if she is suited better for Borg as she is to the Jem'Hadar. And then we will also do a little bit of demonstration on her PvP ability. All right. Now, I will say this. I think a part of my formula is the fact that I'm going with a Tribby. If people are not rolling with a Tribune, that could possibly... Well, no. We're still looking at the individual ship, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some subtle differences between which exact ships you're running. I mean, if you take someone in the low 40s who may be doing these Jem'Hadars in like 20 or 30 rounds, then extra shots probably trumps the isolytic, because the isolytic's only going to be really super effective when they still have shields. When they lose shields, then isolytic is good, but it's not nearly as good as to getting to the hull.
Yeah. But see, running 3 ships here, we're not just changing the Corvus, we're also impacting the output of the Tribune. By removing Miles. By removing Miles from the Tribune is doing less damage, and this being more damage could be deceptive. Now, if we look at hull health remaining, which is kind of what we had talked that we were going to do, hull health remaining definitely last year because it was faster. And you're right. You're right, Beans and Snots. She, out of the box, is ridiculously stand-up. But she doesn't replace the best that we already have. Now, Gamer says she looks great for her tier, and I think that's correct. Also, you got to take into account if you don't have a tiered up Chakotay, if your Miles is not maxed, right? I think Miles is the wild card here. I think Miles with the 50% proc rate is making a huge difference.
Yeah, I mean, with the 50-50 shot every time and the fact that it lasts for 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Just depending, I mean, you could have 5 procs in 8 rounds, and you could have a completely different outcome because of when they proc. So, yeah, he's the biggest wild card. Absolutely.
I mean, we have seen Lazy Miles before. It's happened. Huh. I'm going to have to really do some thinking about this because I still want to find a way to make her awesome. I want to find a crew. I want to find the perfect crew. I'm going to have to think about this. Obviously, I like Chakotay, Janeway, and Miles. But I want to look and find a place for 7. And maybe 7 is just a PvP officer and she's deceptive. You know, maybe she is primarily a PvP officer below deck and it's deceptive for armadas. Now, you know, I like that idea, Hal. What about 7 with Cisco? But that's going to require Neelix under deck. at least in my case, because it's on a Tribune. Now, if you guys were flying anything else, Cisco 7 Bashir, I could see that. Cisco 7 Bashir, and then running 5.6 Lorca on your third ship. The only reason I'm running Giorgio there is because it's a Tribune. If you're running anything else, a Pilum, a Corey, an Enterprise even, you're running anything else, you don't need burning. So that frees up a spot, Hal, there for 7 of 9 with Cisco. You do Cisco, Bashir. You got Bashir and Cisco increasing crit chance and 7 of 9 increasing crit damage. Odo under deck for crit damage. Now you're talking about a really heavy crit build crew, and I like that idea. I think Jules was right earlier. I think the Tribune is actually what's throwing this off because of its stupid ship ability. And when I say stupid, I mean stupidly good. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. That is our 7 of 9 testing. All right. I do really love, I'll tell you this. If you want to know why, first of all, I am impressed that it held up so well to a maxed miles. That in and of itself should probably be impressive. Just the fact that it wasn't a dismal failure as compared to a maxed Miles O'Brien is probably a huge win. And so depending on a player's perspective or their sourcing or their ships, what they've already got, 7 of 9 probably fits in there very, very well. Again, like I said, the fact that she's tier 1 out of the box and holds up to Miles O'Brien, that's pretty impressive in and of itself. Divine says if you had Neelix, you could swap out the Corvus and the Tribby crew. What do you think? And run Cisco. Cisco what? Cisco Miles. Oh, no, I see what you're saying. Chakotay, Miles, and Janeway on a Tribune. And then Cisco Bashir 7 on the Corvus. Yeah. Yep, I see that. Okay. Who owes you $20, Chocolate? Who owes you $20? Do I owe you $20? My bad. All right. There we go. I'm gonna stop right there because I'm gonna be thinking about this all night now. Is there anybody online that you guys want to raid? Of Cactus looks like she's online. We haven't visited the Duckburg Ducks in a while. Doesn't look like. Oh, Iron Chef is on? Damn right. All right. It's Dr. Iron Chef, isn't it? There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all you guys. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being here on your Saturday night. Thank you for nerding out with me over 7 of 9 and Armadas and more testing. And yes, we've got more to do. We've got more. I'm now also wondering if this is going to be impacted from a solo Armada perspective as compared to a group Armada perspective. We've got a lot more to do here, I think. We haven't done enough. We haven't done this justice just yet. We got a lot more to do, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to go to bed. We'll talk about this more on the podcast tomorrow. In the meantime, I want to thank all you guys for hanging out. Hanging out. My name is UltimatDJz. I am your friendly neighborhood cat person for Twitching Trek. and we're going to biz out. So you guys, we're going to go over and say hello to my friend Dr. Iron Chef, who is doing a charity stream tonight, raising money for Maui and the terrible wildfires that have ravaged the island over there in Hawaii. Please, at the very least, go in, share your love, support if you so choose, but at the very least, give him your love and your snuggles and tell him DJ said what's up. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.